I think we're ready.
I just have to make
We're
5
ready for Freddy.
real quick, guys. You know,
We're ready for the stream to have
I want to get that
begun.
moth night ready.
I hope everybody is having a wonderful Friday, or no, Saturday. It's Saturday evening. Friday is maybe when we'll play
I'm
next
having
week.
a wonderful Friday.
Yeah. If somebody's still having a wonderful Friday, then wake up. It's Saturday, idiot. But I hope you guys are having a good time nonetheless. We are here to play D&D. We are down one man in Alexander, who's spending time with the missus. So, miss you, legend. Hope you're doing well. And we do have in front of us here the, what do you call it? The lovely time of... Oh, I almost did it again, boys. I almost had the live stream show the DM view. I'm glad I fixed that. We have the Paladin Partner queued up. I did that for one part of, like the first half of a donor session recently, so might be some spoilers in there. Watch at your discretion. Anyway, we have the Paladin Partner. It's Season 2, Episode 15, if you want to call that one. And we have ourselves an interesting time ahead of us, as obviously Augustius has turned in to discuss things with his own people, his fellow monks from high atop the mountain that he came down with. So I'm going to resolve that with him, mano in his character thread. We'll figure out what he ends up doing in the interim. Now, Benson, I've already talked with Freecrow about what Benson has gotten up to in the evening since the return to Sestan, and pretty much the same deal with, I know what Jason is intending to do, I know what Mithridates is intending to do, I also know what Gokag is intending to do, but the one wild card was Fizz. So I talked a little bit with Balathal in his character thread. We didn't know if Balathal would be here. We're very glad that he is. But that means that Balathal, you have to let me know if Fizz would be sticking with Gokag during the armoring section. I had it put down here, and you can tell me if you veto any of this, that initially you had gone with Gokag to the armorer Orin, and when Benson tried to vouch for Gokag, despite him being an orc, and Orin not being happy about that, you also attempted to convince the man. I'm imagining you would have said something like, well, if he was a bad person, would he let me ride him, or something like that? And I wrote that you were less convincing than Benson was, but you still tried, you know? So.
Is my mic working?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds about correct. I think that almost sounds exactly like what I would have to say.
Okay, perfect.
Such stupid stuff like that.
Glad I channeled correctly then. So that's basically what you had done there, and then there was some talk of the armorer giving, drawing plans for some sort of armor, which we could conceivably say would take a day or so to generate. And as a result, you guys would have the rest of your time to do your downtime actions. Now, we already know, roughly speaking, what those downtime actions are looking like. If we fast forward to the end of the night, Fizz had said that, Balethar, you had said that you may have wanted Fizz to encourage Gokag to move towards the market with the intention of him trying some of the pies. But you also raised a good point, which I have to ask Threecrow about. Fizz has not actually received payment for being a part of the party, and I don't think there's really been enough downtime to figure that one out. So does Fizz have any money? Would there have been a point in time earlier where you were interested in paying him? Did you guys even reach an agreement? I don't remember reaching an agreement of pay when Fizz first joined, because everybody was just like, "Oh, cool, there's a kobold here, and he's kind of cool," and so he stuck around. I don't think you guys had a formal agreement. Yeah.
I think Dides would like to get paid too.
Yeah.
I think we died before we actually did any work.
On payment, yes, I believe that is correct. Oh, and I guess before you did any work, that would be considered payment, I suppose. But I don't know. That's something that I thought was pretty amusing. I don't know if that's something that before Benson moves on to do his own thing, but and also after he vouches and stuff, would there have been an opportunity for Benson to have paid Fizz, or would Benson even think, oh yeah, there's payment due? I don't know what that is, but you guys might want to talk about that real quick before we proceed with the escalation.
I feel
I
like
think contracts end when you die.
we should probably work that out in character because I don't see that fitting in anywhere.
Vince is not getting out of paying us. I don't think Jason would allow it.
No, I'm sorry, but Jason has gone from drunk wandering around looking to get out of the dungeons to God's been talking to me, bro. So he's kind of beyond that right now.
Especially since he's bathed in booze, he's going to take a while before he starts thinking about money again. Yeah, so Threeker, you said you should try to resolve that in character. I'm basically giving you and Fizz, and I guess Gokag as well, since he'll be present for the conversation, an opportunity to do that in character resolution right now. If Fizz thinks to bring it up to begin with, I guess that hinges on what Balethal thinks.
Well, I think he probably has no money, and that's why it would come up.
Right. Is he's thinking
Be
about
like-
maybe
he'd
he
be
wants
thinking-
armor, maybe he wants something from the market, whatever, and then,
Right. Well, he's probably thinking, I want to buy Gokag pies, just like Shoulder bought me pies.
Right.
But also, my pockets are empty, so I can't do that.
Well, then, do
Does
we
gold
want to?
come with us when we die?
We still have all our items.
Yeah, but Fizz was already broke.
Yeah, Fizz came here with no money. I checked his character sheet.
So, do we want to say that Fizz brought that up before Benson departed from the armorer to go to the temple?
Yeah, I think that would make sense.
Okay, so what does Fizz say?
Fizz would probably say something along the lines of, "Hey, I'm sorry to bring this up, but I have no money. Is that normal for adventurers?"
No money, brother. Why didn't you say so sooner?
Yeah, I want to go do something with Gokag, but doing stuff in town requires money. So,
All right, brother. Benson will take out his coin purse, and after a few moments of thinking on it, he will take out 6 gold and hand it to you, Fizz.
oh, thank you, I appreciate it.
I shall offer you this for now, brother. And perhaps once we actually continue our journey, there will be more to come.
Thank you. I really like gold. I haven't had much in a really long time, so I will make sure to spend this gold very wisely on lots of pies.
Whatever your heart desires, brother.
Thank you, Benson. You're a really good leader.
You are too kind, Fizz.
I do my best. Okay. I think there's somewhere we need to go.
Is this before or after the armory?
This is like,
This is at the armory.
yeah,
like,
you're
right
at
after
the
you would've-
armory, and maybe it's like as you finished, while those two were talking, we can say that Gokag was, doing his thing with the armorer, figuring out the his armor request, right?
Okay.
So maybe it's like right at the end of that conversation with Orin, if you want it to be convenient.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Oh yeah. Gokag will look at the tiny thing and say, "Oh, where are we going?"
Well, the first day I met Shoulder, we did something together. And I want to show you, Gokag.
Okay.
Now let me ride you, and we will go to the market.
Okay. And he'll just kind of look at you, and like, as you don't like jump up, he'll like kind of lean over a shoulder towards you, like expecting you to make the jump.
Right. So Fizz will try to make the jump and try to climb up onto Gokag's shoulder.
Perfect. That was to Jason. Okay, so it sounds like then Benson proceeds to do his night actions as discussed. And we have Fizz and Gokag moving to the market. So, with the armor taken care of in that respect. So, you guys are passing by, and the usual hustle and bustle of the market district is totally died down. There are scarcely anybody on the street, and it's not really that late at night either. So, these are normal market hours. It does seem like a few stalls are still open. And fortuitously, for Fizz's plan, the market stall for the pies does appear to be open.
So Fizz is going to perk up, and he's going to point very excitedly over to the stall that is selling the pies. And he's going to say, "Oh, it's the nice woman. Go talk to the nice woman."
What is the nice woman selling? As he starts to walk over there.
She sells the most delicious pies. I ate them with shoulder. They were really good.
And Shoulder used to have us have pies together. It's been a while.
Oh, well, you need to try these pies. I bet they're much better than the ones you had before.
Well, the last one was from a circus, and I don't know what it was made out of.
Mm. Are circus pies usually good?
Well, they were probably left out for a while after we, killed the circus.
Oh, I didn't know about that one. You'll have to tell me more about that later. Probably not in front of the nice lady. I don't think she'll appreciate hearing about it.
With like a boastful voice, with, But it was a very fun battle.
Yes, but not everyone appreciates battles, you know?
Well, some people just suck, don't they?
I don't think the nice lady sucks. I think she just is a nice lady who doesn't want to hear about murder.
Murder? She pokes up. But I love crows. Have you seen some?
My friend who's a crow disappeared through a portal.
Oh, the one you were riding on last time.
So, does Gokag know what a kenku is? Or does Gokag remember that Shoulder's a kenku?
We'll say with the history, natural 20, yes, I think so.
Hey, he's not a crow. He's a kenku. They happen to look similar.
He's a big bird. That is fine.
Big bird.
You two are the only customers I've seen in some time, you know. And she tactfully switches the conversation towards her wares, gesturing towards the sort of two different boxes almost, crates, that are full of, like, they're sealed right now, but they seem to be pretty stocked with some product. There's, they're sizable enough that they would probably contain, for Fizz would know this information better than Gokag, but they'd probably contain something like, 10 pies apiece. And one of them is labeled with like a little symbol of fruit, like some grapes or berries or some such. And then another is labeled with symbol of poultry.
These sealed wooden boxes don't happen to be wrapped with skin or leather, do they?
No, they're not wrapped with skin or leather. Or,
All right.
Now that's
Just making sure.
that takes it.
yeah, that's a callback.
Oh, pie lady. Can we
Pie
buy
lady.
the same pies we had last time?
Pie lady.
What was Fizz's actual question to Pie Lady?
Oh, can we buy the same pies that we had last time?
The ones that he had. I have never been here.
Why, certainly. And she looks at you, Gokag, and kind of squints a little bit, and she's clearly trying to see any parts of your identity behind your guys. And she eventually says, well, I don't recognize you, so maybe that's true. And then she'll gesture to each one of her 2 crates, and after some fiddling with them, she'll produce one of each pie wrapped in a lovely, sort of a leather sack that is small enough, but still, like it's showing a little bit of the outline of the product because it's tight enough for that. And she says, "They're yours for a silver apiece."
May I have a sample of each?
It's okay. I'm buying them. And then he pulls out a gold coin and hands it to the pie lady.
The pie lady accepts your gold coin with some gratitude and then fishes out for change. As she does so, she kind of eyes the tall one suspiciously, but like mock suspicion, as she's still somewhat good-natured, it seems. And she says, I see you're a try before you buy type of lad. Interesting. And then she hands you the pies, Fizz, as well as your chain.
Thank you. I really like your pies. And they'll make a good meal after being dead for, what is it, a month?
Oh, well, that is the last time I saw you. You were dead? Pie Lady asked.
Oh, yeah. It was a whole thing. We, went to, I think they called it Jurgle's Realm. We saw a big skeleton. I had to face my nightmares, and now we're here.
Fizz, could you roll insight for me?
Sure.
Did I get my pie samples?
Well, you got the pies, so you could open one of them up if you wanted.
All right, go. While the Fizz insights, Gokeg will try the fruit pie. Holy shit!
The woman is
Nice.
looking at you with this idea that, like, this clear face that's like, I don't necessarily believe a word you're saying, but she's like, remaining interested and still friendly, and doesn't want to cause any discomfort or scene, and says, "That is quite the story. I guess." And her face turns chipper, and she says, "This is the first time anyone has said that my pies are to die for." Meanwhile, Gokeg, your taste of the fruit pie, it's full of some sort of sweet blueberry, what would you say, blueberry hint, and there's clearly some sort of jam in there. I don't actually know if Gokeg would know any of these words, so we can just say that there's a smooth and sweet substance with that just activates all the taste buds that certainly, stupendously outclasses the expired circus pie that you had with shoulder.
Gokeg has to stop himself from slamming his fist on the counter, and he will say, "I want the whole box of the fruit."
I didn't plan on buying how much.
I have money.
Pie Lady stammers a little bit and then says, that'll be 1 gold.
I will make it a gold and a silver if you believe the little one's story.
I welcome you back to the land of the living, young one.
Okay, here you go.
She's like in shock. Pie lady can't believe her luck.
How big is
How big is what? The box?
the box?
You could just kind of shoulder it because you're big.
I figured. All right, GoCag will.
Like you can carry it under one arm, kind of thing. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
GoCag
Yeah.
will scoop it up in one of his arms, the arm that does not have Fizz on it, and we'll say, what else were we here for?
I mean, if the old man is around, we could annoy him. Shoulder really liked that.
I shoulder liked annoying old people.
What a fucking.
Is the old man around?
Unfortunately, Fizz, the old man does not seem to be around. His stall doesn't even seem recognizable. It's like somebody else has moved into it.
Is there any other interesting stalls?
I mean, there's like fish, there's vegetables and fruit, but most people seem to be in the process of packing up for the night. Nothing too interesting here.
There's nothing cool here. Well, except us.
I'm sad the old man isn't here. I think he was Shoulder's favorite.
Well, I guess if he annoyed him all the time, yeah, probably.
Okay, I think this is all we're gonna do here. It looks like all the other stalls are closing, so should probably go and either see the others or
We
do
should
you
go
have any
bother the
ideas?
locals. I'm assuming that got cut off from. I said,
Just
GoCag cuts you off, and when you said like if you have any other ideas, he goes, "We should go bother the locals."
oh yeah, no, I heard that.
Oh, okay. Do you have a reaction?
This is actually in universe laughed at them.
I see. I don't suppose you know of any cool spots to bother people.
Unfortunately, I spent I think it was literally one day here before I died. So
God, stop dying.
I would prefer it that way, but you know, sometimes dark gods and stuff they don't agree.
This is true. We're still like kind of in the center of the market or whatever, and GoCag will turn back to the pie lady and he'll go, "Hey, pie lady."
She perks up and looks at you concernedly.
What's like a place where there's gonna be a lot of people for me to get up to hijinks with?
Hijinks? That sounds like the tavern. There's always hijinks there.
Yes. Which taverns are there? I've had a bad run-in with one of them.
Oh. Well, unfortunately, there's only one open right now. And I hope it's not the one that you've had a bad run-in. And then she gestures to the Evernear Tavern, which you have had a bad run-in.
Not my kind of hijinks.
Oh, I remember the tavern. I was there once.
Are there
I
any
remember
cool places, pie lady?
That's where I'm going after this. And she starts to pack up her things as well.
That sounds like a no, Fizz.
Well, it sounds like we're going to the tavern.
Or we could explore.
That is up to you.
That sounded suspiciously like something you've heard Shoulder say in that exact tone of voice.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
It sounds like you don't want to explore right now.
I am very tired from being very dead.
They'll start walking back to the tavern or towards the direction. I would have thought that being dead would allow you to rest, since that's all they ever say about people who die. I've been around a lot of dead people.
This time when we died, we had to do a lot of work. Like you wouldn't understand. It was very annoying, actually.
No. Well, at least you're alive again.
Yeah. No, I'm very happy about being alive. I get to actually sleep. Last time I slept, the bad things.
Well, I'm sure the others aren't up to anything stupid. Let's head back.
I am sure they are up to something stupid. They're always up to something stupid.
Yeah, I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt, but I mean, it's a group that hangs out with Shoulder, so you know.
Yeah, the sad thing is it's not even Shoulder most of the time.
Yeah, I mean, we've had run-ins with other people sometimes, and it's usually not him, but it's also kind of him sometimes.
Oh, it is him sometimes. Absolutely. There was the time he was going to kill like the guard, and that ended very silly. He said something about Fred going to the moon. I still don't understand what that means.
It sounds like Fred went to the moon. Do I know Fred?
No.
No. Okay, just making sure.
Yeah, that is what it sounds like. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Okag, do you think I could ever go to the moon?
Well, you're not a flightless bird like Keku, so perhaps. I mean, if this guy Fred can go to the moon, you probably can too.
What do you think I would find up on the moon?
What does Gokag think you'd find on the moon?
Water.
Jeez.
Probably water.
Water? Where would you find water on the moon?
Well, I mean, like, that's what's on Earth, or what would this place be called? He doesn't know that. He's not. I mean, that's what's here, and the moon's like kind of near us, so.
Well, also the moon looks like it's got a lot of oceans from a distance, a silent frozen ocean. Or something.
That is true. It's nighttime, right? So I can point it out.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark. Yeah, might be able to faintly see it.
I mean,
It's less
look
of
at the
a
moon.
blue. It's less of a white light in this. Like
Yeah.
the atmosphere makes it more blue, so that's where the water would come from.
I mean, look at it. It's like all blue and stuff, and I mean, water's blue, and the moon's blue, and I mean, it's just water, clearly.
You know what? Fair enough, Okag. That makes sense.
Yeah, I don't get credit enough for being smart.
I hope one day you, me, and Shoulder get to swim on the moon.
Oh, that would be bad. Shoulder can't swim. But I suppose I could. He's like the feathers and stuff.
I don't understand, but okay.
He's used me as like a paddle boat before, so I'm sure that would work just fine.
Oh, okay. You can be our boat then.
Yes, Gokag is many things.
Are we getting closer to the tavern?
Yeah, I'd say that at this point you've arrived at the you've arrived at the tavern at the apex of this incredible conversation, and for some reason you're reminded of that Gokag benefit of the doubt comment about them not getting up to anything stupid, just in time to see one of the innkeeps dumping out a bath full of booze.
Dirty booze.
Yeah, that's a lot of alcohol.
Oh, that means
It burns your
Jason.
nose.
Yeah, it's assaulting the senses.
Why? What does Son of Jay have to do with all this booze?
He always has to do with booze. It's the only thing he does.
Has he tried water?
He hates water for some reason. I don't actually understand.
Are you trying to tell me that Son of Jay hates the moon?
He would not like it on the moon if it is covered in water. This is true.
Hmm.
If it were covered in booze, however, it would be heaven to him.
Do you think I would be able to smell Son of Jay if he was on the moon?
I
Well, then-
think you could smell him if he was on another plane of existence.
This is true. I think I can remember the smell. And if I can remember the smell, that means I can smell him.
Yep. He smells. That is the most notable thing about him.
Yeah, he didn't seem that impressive. I mean, the smell was rather impressive for the wrong reasons, but he's just kind of a normal guy.
You know, he was a bit better recently, so maybe. Well, no, he's taking booze baths, so no, he's gonna be drunk again.
I mean, can we
You
be
don't
sure?
know this yet. You need
Go-
to ask
go.
the innkeep.
Can we be sure he took a booze bath?
I saw. Okay, I
can be
guess I don't know that he
reasonably
was dating
sure,
him.
I
He
think.
was-
It's reasonably assumptive that Jason took a booze bath. Like, you said you were going to the bar, and now the bar is pouring out a booze bath.
Oh, you know, Jason pissed in all the booze because he got into
Okay.
a bar fight or
One
something.
way, okay, so I think it's fair to say he doesn't know that he bathed in it, but he knows that he's involved something and that he's drunk.
Yeah, definitely. No one has the money to buy this much alcohol in Cestan. But the booze is still
Okay.
a mystery why it's being dumped.
Anyway,
It's kind of off
I
colored.
like the idea that Fizzfizz just assumes he actually did take a booze bath. And Gokag will just say, "Hey, well, I mean, what if someone was just really dirty, and that's just what the water looks like after they got out of the bath?"
Well, I could believe that if it was Jason. Also, I can smell the booze.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's just see what's going on.
Yeah, let's see what Jason did today. I'm sure it will be very impressive for all the wrong reasons, just like you
Well,
said.
I'm sure nothing bad happened here. He only just got back. How much damage could he possibly do?
You don't know Jason.
It has also been several hours by now, just so you guys know.
Okay,
That was all
so I assume we're going to go into the tavern now, or at least attempt to go into the tavern.
Yeah. The door's wide open, and the guard is like, what's going on here? He steps towards you, and he says, the bar keeps obviously behind, on the other side, dumping out his trough, if you will. But the guard says, "Who goes there? I recognize the little one, but not the bigger one."
Oh, he's friends of Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird.
What?
Oh, do you not remember the Big Bird?
Yeah, Big Bird.
I think he's hard to miss.
The guard is seemingly fighting with himself to not respond to this, and says, "Who?"
Shoulder.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
you said the name, so you're free to go.
Yeah, come on, you know Big Bird.
As you step past him, you hear Big Bird.
What'd he say?
No, don't say that.
He doesn't actually say that, don't worry. Holy shit, this got way bigger.
It's been like
Bigger bird.
Oh yeah.
Really?
this. It was
This
like this
feels-
last time.
fire.
This feels way bigger than what I remember it being.
Yeah, it did get bigger at one point, but that was a while ago.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Yeah.
It gets bigger every session.
I slowly expand it.
Just by like one block.
Yeah, one by one increase.
1 by 1 increase every time we play a session has nothing to do with the Paladin Partner or anything.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
just by the end of the Ascension to Sazerac campaign.
Well, listen,
when
the
we come
fucking platinum piece will pay for some pretty big improvements. I'll tell you that
back.
much. As you guys
we'll
approach,
see.
there's
Yeah.
a dearth of patrons. However, there is one Jason and Mithridates sitting at the side, at the bar.
Winter Daddies will notice you and wave you over.
It's just
Oh,
at that point that the barkeep puts down a mug of the same clear liquor, the clear alcohol, in front of you, Mithridates, and says, "The finest stuff I have."
Winter Daddies will thank her and slowly sip it, as intended.
All right, so this is gonna get really bad.
What's going to get really bad?
The clear liquid goes down very smoothly, but it has power to it. To the point where Jason's hard swig is going to count as 3 drinks for his own purpose of doing that. The slow sips of Mithridates' kind means that he has a little bit. Fucking. How did you get nat ones on every roll?
Jason
Imagine taking damage.
starts
from drinking.
coughing violently after his sips. This is the drunkest you've ever seen this man. He resonates just an aura of absolute, just his skin is as clean as you've ever seen it. It's shiny, but it's also it reeks of alcohol. Okay, the hardest stuff around. And then you see this man. His face is red as a beet. He's talking with his eyes closed, and he's just quaffing even more shit. And then he just starts coughing violently, slamming the mug on the table, spilling a little bit where he is, and you just hear, "Oh, that's good."
Oh, my dragon, Jason. Are you okay?
As this display occurs, the barkeep looks up at the other barkeep, the male barkeep that was coming back in after his dumping, and makes a simple nodding gesture, and that barkeep swiftly leaves.
Winter Daddies will look at her and smile and say, "I'll take care of him. Don't worry."
She looks between you and the mug in your hands, Mithridates, and says nothing.
Absolutely nothing can go wrong.
Jason, I think maybe you should stop.
She doesn't understand common anymore.
Let me just roll something real quick.
Oh, God.
Watch him roll another nat one.
Whenever I get the chance.
Turning around, Jason sees this strange big figure and then a little dragon, and he's not really looking all that well. He's seeing triple of you, and so you hear something about a 3-headed fanny before his voice changes into sounds of rocks breaking on the shore and twigs snapping and just completely incomprehensible sounds that the human mouth just shouldn't be able to make. And I'll write out for the audience what that is in Druidic.
Gokag will put his hand up and say, bar lady.
She looks at him.
I have 2 things. 1, this guy's really weird. And 2, and more importantly, can I check out your rooms before I purchase one?
her brow furrows a bit, but she says, "What would you like to know exactly?"
I just want to look at one. You know, what it looks like on the inside, how much space there is. That's all.
It takes another swing.
Violent swig. Oh shit! Is that more than before? Oh my god. Pain.
I'm not helping you up when you get downed.
It is
He's gonna start vomiting everywhere.
it is like sort of not quite burning isn't the right word to describe this sensation. It's more like your insides feel as if they're being almost like frozen a little bit, and then the natural movement of internal organs and all of the muscles and such are breaking that ice to the point where it feels as if you're getting like frostbite internally. If you've ever had to deal with that on the high seas on the external part of your body, that would be the best, closest analogy to what's happening. Ah, damn it. You can't say that in
Oh God!
the... All right.
There are more violent coughs as Jason just lays his head on the table, still somehow smiling. As
would
the
ask
sound of
Craig to take
dripping
you up to
hits
your
the
room.
floor.
Does this happen as like I'm talking to the barkeep?
I'm guessing so.
Yeah.
All right, bar lady, I'll make you a deal. You let me check out a room before I purchase it, and I personally remove this man from the premises.
I don't think you want to touch him. His pants are wet.
Yeah, I don't, but I also don't want to look at him. So
Merchandise
smell him.
will hold up the platinum piece and say, "We will take a room," and so he will
what
stop
the-
drinking.
don't
Jason's-
soil one of your rooms with this man, if you can even call him that. These rolls.
Jason's eyes now he says, I'm doing just fine. I can handle it. You're not gonna touch me, especially. And he whirls around and he points at Goke. Especially no dragon fanny. He then vomits a little on the table.
Jason, you haven't been alive for more than 1 day. How did this happen?
Can't a man just live a little after his own grave?
I had really hoped you had learned the lesson, but apparently not.
All right, listen, Three Crow. I'm gonna bring you in here, okay? Because
Good timing.
Benson is disturbed from his rest inside the High Priest's quarters by the same blumbering barkeep that had been dismissed earlier from the tavern by the barmaid, who says, I guess what we'll do is we'll say instead it's a messenger from, like one of the clergymen who, sort of rouses Benson with a hand on the shoulder and says, "Brother Benson, I'm terribly sorry to disturb your sleep, but there is a disturbance that demands your attention." And then gestures over to this lumbering barman who shouts, "Hi, a disturbance in my tavern by one of yours." And he's then like told to keep his voice down, kind of, to not be so loud. But the man's upset, visibly angry.
Well, if it's the tavern brother, then I have no choice but to assume that it is Jason.
I think that's his name.
Benson looks absolutely exhausted, but he kind of shakes himself off and he says, "All right, brother. I have taken charge for him, and if I must set him straight, then so be it."
All right. So I suppose that means that, so the man will say, "Right then, You can follow me back or make your own way, but make it quick.
I'll come along and he'll follow.
All right. Well, there's a ticking time in the background of all of this, but we'll very quickly return to the tavern and say that the woman is, kind of like stepping away from all of you. Looks like maybe she's preparing some sort of cleaning supplies, like she's got her, kind of wet mop out or something like that, things that you use when you need to really clean something.
Man, there's gonna be a lot of cleaning.
It does seem that way.
Go Kegs.
Go ahead.
Since they've
Oh
already paid
yeah,
for
that's
rooms,
right. The room thing. She acknowledged that and like
Yeah.
said yes, and took the platinum piece.
Yeah, since they already paid for rooms, he's gonna give a wide run around.
Yes, a
he's
wide
going
berth for him. Yeah.
Yes, a wide berth, and he's gonna head upstairs, so as to never see those two again. Hopefully, at least Jason. And then which
You
one is
promised to
the?
remove me from the premises?
No, you paid for it. It doesn't matter. Which one was the fateful room?
Yes, you recall the fateful room being the one due north.
You sleep in there and we always put the Anthestos.
So, this was the room that me and Shoulder had rented, or one of the rooms that I was in, and well, I got captured by agents of Versalin, and I wonder what the room looks like now, a month or so later.
I also wonder what the room looks like because I can't see the second floor.
Oh shit!
Oh, it's because you're not technically up there because you're a token attached to him. So hold on.
Yeah, because I don't think the trigger happened for me.
No, it says you're 10 feet up for me. What about now?
Nope. Maybe I need to just go put myself on the trigger.
Yeah.
We can try that. Yeah.
Oh, wait, there we go. It worked.
Oh.
There you
go. Yourself
Try to
back.
drag me.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay. So there you go.
Okay, so now I need to respond to what Gokag said.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I would love to see the room that you shared with Shoulder, with the Big Bird.
Yeah, Big Bird. I miss Big Bird. And he'll go to open the door.
I miss Big Bird, too.
The room is unrecognizable. It's like nothing is out of place at all.
Does this even look like the room I stayed
No, it does not even look like the room you stayed in.
in?
It's
This
if it's been completely rebuilt.
This doesn't
Remember
even
the
look like
fire
the
damage?
same room. No, Gokag does not remember the fire damage.
Yeah, Gokek wasn't there for me.
This is
Maybe they remodeled?
You find out we're still in Jurgel's room.
I mean, I guess they could have, but they didn't really improve the security or anything like that. It's still just a window.
Yeah, there's only one bed, and there were two beds the first time, so this has been turned into a completely different room.
There used to be two beds and all sorts of things. There was
I
solid
there,
cabinet
so I
in the
have no
corner.
idea.
What if it's missing?
Oh, you said it. Well, I wasn't here, so I don't know, but maybe you can ask the nice barkeep lady.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to go back down there right now.
That's fair. I don't want to see Jason's vomit either.
How tired is Gokag?
Well, it's a natural-ish resting time, but maybe more tired than normal because of the showdown earlier and all the mental energy burned on the new adaptation, the new environment, the new people. The fact that there was tension about whether or not you'd be able to get in here, stuff like that.
I don't have any interest in staying in this room again. So perhaps we look for a bigger room and I go to bed.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a room where we could both sleep would be good.
I'll walk this way. I'll try and open it. This is quite a big room.
Yeah, it's even got 2 chairs for the table.
Well, while you two are adapting to your new room, Benson arrives, being led by the barkeep, who is once again still very upset. And you come upon a mumbling Jason who seems to be moodily talking to Mithridates indistinctly.
I'll take it from here, brother. Benson pulls a stool over and takes a seat next to Jason. He smiles warmly to the barkeep and says, "Hello, dear." Then he'll look over to Jason and he'll say, "So I hear, brother, you've been causing a bit of a stir for these fine folk."
I think he's waiting. He may be waiting for a response from Mithridates, but it's good timing for Benson to come in. So it's up to Mithridates whether Mithridates wants to
I
respond.
didn't see that. Mithridates will smile and grin at the same time and say, I am. We've been through a lot, and I think that makes us friends.
Did Shamble Man drink himself into a stupor in real life too?
No, he was writing. He says does not notice Benson at first.
Oh.
Turn around. The smile return. Mithridates will see that the smile returns ever so slightly, but it's still very fragile as he turns to Benson. And then in a bitter tone, reeking of elven liquor, he says, "I here to chastise me too. Here to stick your nose where it don't belong, huh, big man?" And then he'll sort of half-heartedly push Benson on the chest in a rather disrespectful gesture.
Do I get the impression that Jason is actually upset with me, or just that he's very inebriated?
Well, I guess that would be an insight check, but
he's angry because he's drunk.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's probably pretty obvious even with passive insight, yeah.
Well, as
he's taking the frustration of the other two out on you.
As you go to pull your hand away from the push, Benson will grasp your hand firmly with his free hand, and looking you in the eyes, you will say, "Now, that's not quite like you, brother. Tell me what you really think." And then I'll spend my last lay on hands to cure you of disease.
Yeah, that's a pretty.
Don't.
Oh my god, he's gonna get
I'd like to
undrunk.
resist this.
Oh no.
I'd like to resist this. As
Let's
he
see.
feels that the hand doing
There's
the
nothing
magic
you can
move,
do.
Jason will try to break out.
Okay, so it'd be like a contested grapple then.
Oh, is that in athletics?
It's whatever you want to roll if it's athletics or acrobatics, and it's against Benson's athletic. Oh
That
shit!
checks out for his
Drunk.
state.
I mean, he is drunk
Yeah.
off his ass, so that makes sense.
Yeah, Jason tries, but it's very ineffectual, and he just sort of ends up slobbering on you a little.
Well, you feel the resistance from Jason. Do you persist, Benson?
Oh, of course.
Okay. So, how much lay on hands do you have?
I only had 5 left, and I just reduced it.
Okay, so that will be 5 points that Jason gains. He's back up to
He,
21. Yeah.
No, he doesn't heal when I use the remove disease. He only
Oh,
gets
okay. I'm only wondering about
Yeah,
that
he just-
because Jason took liver damage as part of his rolls. So I don't know if that's like if he wants to role play that as partially resolving the like absorbing it or whatever.
No, the damage is done.
Right, okay, yeah,
He's
yeah.
just removing further. Like Jason can now drink. Like the downstream effects of hurting your liver have still occurred.
Yes. Okay, got it. But he's not actively inebriated as much, if at all. And 5 is a lot.
Yeah,
So I guess it would probably be a pretty good reset. You know, there might only be a little bit of a buzz left or whatever. I don't know.
yeah. Jason is suddenly taken back to sobriety. Now, does he remember the conversation? Is a different story.
History check.
Do a
for
history check.
memory.
It's raw. All right, so it's mid.
He kind of remembers
bits
what
and
was going on. Maybe he remembers the emotions. That's what happens a lot of the times, I feel like, is you remember being, like, ashamed more than you remember the specific.
Yeah, so he said, "Tell me how you truly feel."
Yeah.
Now, why do you have to go and do that? You never. What's the opposite of loosen a man's tongue? You never. Whatever.
Steal a lips.
You never return senses to someone you want an honest confession from.
But brother, perhaps it is not the honesty of your tongue that I seek, but the honesty of yourself for yourself.
Jason will now notice that he's covered in piss on his leg and say, "I just took a goddamn bath." He will not answer the rest of the question.
Benson will put a hand on your shoulder and he'll say, "We've been through a lot, brother. I don't blame you for wanting to lose yourself in a few drinks. Just think of the crowd when you do so. You should get yourself cleaned up."
Jason sighs deeply as if you're just confirming something he was thinking already. And he says, no, he doesn't say anything. He just sort of gets up, rather ashamed. And he says, I'll use less hard liquor next time." And then he'll stumble off to his room.
Benson will give you a bit of a solemn nod, since he kind of understands how you feel, even though he doesn't take to the drink as much. And then he'll kind of glance at Mithridates for confirmation.
Mithridates will just shrug and return to his drink.
And Benson will turn back to the male barkeep for any reaction.
He gives you a nod and says, "Right. Better now. A lot of good he did." And before he can really finish his thought, the bar lady, the barmaid, tugs his attention and shows him something underneath the bar table. His eyes widen. They look like they're about to pop out of his skull. And then he looks up and clears his throat. What I mean to say is, I thank you for assisting, and I hope that your companion can be made comfortable despite his display.
I appreciate your patience, brother. Sometimes that is all a sour man needs to right himself.
Yes. Patience. Is there anything else that we can provide? Or are you turning in for the rest of the evening?
Well, now that I've come all this way, I do have a bit of an appetite. Don't suppose you have anything left in the kitchen?
A few eggs that haven't gone over. We could prepare you a more breakfast-oriented plate, but still. Meal worthy of a man of your stature.
As long as that's something hot and simple, and then I will go and rest myself.
Right away. And he turns and begins to mess with the tools at his disposal for the kitchen while the lady proceeds to journey over and dutifully clean the spot where Jason was. All right, and then up on the second floor we have someone peeking. Oh yeah, so are Gokag and Fizz looking around this place with the door open?
I think it would depend how long that took. I guess if that was during, then yeah.
Yeah, you guys are still. This is like back when you were. I just walked in here, we'll say, right? So it's like you probably have a minute or so before Jason wanders.
So yeah, we'd probably be looking around.
You said it was open or closed?
Well, right now it's open. They just walked in there. They've got a little bit of time to figure out what they want to do with their situation, and then they.
Well, Jason, since his room is apparently right next to Gokag's, he will look in through their door that's open. Maybe make awkward eye contact with Gokag with strangely sober eyes after his last display before heading to his room and closing the door.
Perfect. Do you lock the door or just close it?
This is going to excitedly... Oh, gotta wait.
Jason, do you lock the door or is it just going to be closed normally?
It's just going to be closed. He doesn't expect to be shanked.
All right, Fizz, you are up. What were you going to say?
Oh, so Fizz is sitting in the chair, kicking his feet with excitement, and he's going to turn towards Gokag, and he's going to say, "Okay, let's have some pie."
Oh, yes. And he'll almost slam the box down onto the table.
Oh, it's been so long. I'll eat it.
How do you open this?
I'm sure Gokag would have seen crates like this before with their lids removed.
Oh, I don't know. Then he'll open it.
Okay. We'll say that for comic effect, he can say that as he opens. And then Fizz
Sure.
can respond if he wants.
It looks like you figured it out, I think.
The wafting smell of delicious fruit pies emanates from the now unsealed crate. It's a beautiful assault on the senses.
Fizz's mouth is going to actively water as saliva then begins to drip out of the corner of his mouth. Which one do you want first, Skokag? Fruit or meat pie?
Fruit pie.
Fruit pie. He's very good.
Yes, I agree.
Fizz is going to reach out and try to grab one of the pies to put it on the table.
I like the idea that this is about
Nice.
when Jason walks by to give you guys the awkward eye contact. If you even notice him because you're too busy eating fucking pie.
I do like that idea. He just sees us like feasting on pie.
Yeah.
And Fizz's face is just covered in like jam as he's just shoving slices of pie into his mouth.
Yeah, when you make the eye contact, Jason looks strangely sober despite wearing the same pissed covered clothes. There's a clearness behind their eyes. He's not talking with them half closed, and it looks like he has there's just a thought that crosses his mind, but then he just continues on to his room, which closes shortly thereafter.
I guess Jason doesn't like pie. He didn't even ask for a slice.
More for us, he'll say through filled lips.
Gokeg's gonna
That's good because I'm gonna eat a lot.
Yeah, this is a feast of pie right now, dude.
That's right. My feast is more important. Yeah, so Fizz absolutely devours like 2 pies on his own, despite how small he is. And then he feels extremely bloated and like actually slides out of the chair onto the ground. And gives a very satisfied burp.
So he ate one whole pie? Is that what I heard?
No, he ate 2 whole
Two
pies.
whole pies, okay.
That was a lot of pie for such a small being.
Gokeg says on his 4th pie, probably.
Correct.
Well, you know, I can't stop eating. But I did stop eating before I threw up because I'm not Jason.
Yes, not being Jason is a good thing.
I agree. He looked really different when he walked by. Do you think he's okay?
I don't know. How okay can you be after death?
I mean, I think I'm okay. As he slaps his own belly that's like
yeah.
slightly inflated.
Gokag will say,
Oh, don't say that while you're a kobold. Oh my god.
Gokag will say, that's a good point.
It expanded.
I can't believe you just said slightly inflated while a kobold. Oh,
What's the problem? Are kobolds normally inflated?
Nothing at all.
Oh, okay. You weren't inflated enough for Jason's liking.
Apparently not.
I'll make sure next time it's even more.
Yeah, next time is the 3rd pie, please.
That's right. I think Jason wasn't okay before he died. So, but something's a little different. I didn't expect it. I don't think I've seen him that drunk, but also I think he only had like 1 day to be drunk before we died. So maybe that's why.
Still figuring out a bass slide is Fizz. So is Gokag going to eat all of the pie? Like all remaining pie?
No, I'll probably save some for Fizz.
What do you say? We save like a couple pies for the next day for breakfast.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
Oh, that was really good. I really hit the spot, and by the spot, I mean my gut.
They are pretty good. We should save some for later. Or, no, we don't share with others.
I agree. We should eat them in the morning. After my gut has had the time to process this food, because I absolutely cannot eat a single more bite or I will explode.
Gokag is looking at a crumb on the table. Not even like a little tiny crumb.
Oh no, the crumb would absolutely explode my belly.
Gokag will like stand up, give like kind of an over exaggerated stretch, and I'll turn around and I'll go, Perhaps that crumb will still be there when I turn back around.
So, in response, Fizz quickly swipes the crumb into his hand and eats it.
Surprisingly, Fizz, you do not have to roll a Constitution saving throw for one extra crumb. You're good. You don't explode.
Gokag will turn back around and he'll see that the crumb is gone. And he'll go, I see they didn't get rid of the rat problem. Because there's no way you ate that, right?
Oh no, absolutely not. It was actually a giant, disgusting rat. Just ran across the table and it hid under your bed.
Big rat.
Yeah, you'll have to eat that in the morning too.
It probably still tastes better than that circus pie.
How bad was that pie?
I don't know. I've never had rat before, so I'm just guessing.
I don't think I've had rat before either.
Yeah, they don't
It's
look
kind of
very
so
appetizing.
disgusting. Yeah, I agree. I mean, they probably taste better than Jason, though.
Well, he is covered in piss.
And
Yeah, that,
go ahead, Fizz. Yeah, that did destroy me. That was too much. The if you guys are good to, I don't know what you guys are planning on doing now. It looks like maybe it'll be settling in for bed, but yeah, closing the door, locking up.
Definitely locking the door.
Yeah, and I'm guessing the window will also be.
He is checking the window, making sure that it's locked. And as Fizz is in bed, you'll hear Gokag kind of mumble to himself. He'll be, let's see if I can actually stay an entire night here instead of being ripped out of bed.
it's okay. This time, I'll be here, and if anything comes to get you, I will set it on fire. Hopefully, the room doesn't burn too.
Yes, I suppose we can hope for that. And one last check for him as he gets ready to go to bed. I would like to cast Detect Magic for the entire room.
Well, Fizz is magical, and you are magical, and Gokag. It seems the residual pies are also magical.
God damn it.
Magic pies.
Fizz.
What is it?
The pies are magical.
I mean, they taste magical.
No, like I know a spell that helps me see magic or understand magic, and the pies have some sort of magical energy
Maybe they're enchanted to be delicious.
I believe they call that cooking.
I mean, I like cooking. I think it's magical.
What is the magic of the pie?
The magic of the pie appears to be some sort of evocation designed to improve the I guess I'll just say deliciousness of the pies, enhancing its flavor. Perhaps granting it a flavor that it would not normally have?
So it's like doesn't actually have fruit in it, but has been enchanted to taste like fruit.
The poisoned grain from Warcraft 3. We're all gonna turn into undead.
You already died.
The shoulder would have already been undead. Gokag will say, "Wait, you're actually right. It's like changing the flavor of the pie. This isn't actually a fruit pie, is it?"
Tasted like
Well,
one.
then what is it? Is it a rat pie?
I don't know. Better not be a circus pie. And I'll start like furiously examining the insides of the pie.
Well, there appears to be some kind of jam in the pie. Although, for the blueberry taste it has, it's quite red.
Did they actually? You know what? That is odd. It tastes like blueberry, but it looks like is it like strawberry or raspberry jam?
Didn't Pie Lady say that she was coming down to the tavern after?
I think we need to talk to Pie Lady.
I think we need to talk to Pie Lady.
Fuck! Talk to Pie Lady. We're about to be done with this section. Alright, well, you guys go back downstairs to talk to Pie Lady.
You can't fucking scam me.
It's not a scam. You don't understand it. You just don't understand the pies.
You can't scam my brain.
Well, once you point it out, like, oh, it's actually made of something other than what it actually is.
Yeah.
Fizz was like, wait, it is red and it tastes like blueberry. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, but it was delicious. It was fine.
It was delicious.
What if I'm
That's why you
eating-
didn't notice until now.
What if I'm eating human or something?
Well,
It's really unethically made.
That wouldn't be that concerning for Gokag, I don't think. So.
No, but
All right,
you know,
so listen,
I
you guys
paid for a vegetarian pie.
if you guys are going downstairs, then I'm switching to downstairs and saying hello once again to Benson and Mitrodites, who are eating their food, perhaps finishing up when the other two come down. But feel free to have any character interactions you would desire. I will remember. I'll remember.
Wants to drink the spirit over the course of about an hour.
Okay, yeah. You know how it works, Mitrodites. You've drunk this before.
You take it very slowly.
That's how it re-energizes you. Yeah.
As Benson takes the last swig of his mead and sets the nug on the counter, he'll look towards the barkeep and he'll say, "Well, brother, do I need to trek back to the temple, or shall I stay here for the evening?"
Don't worry about a thing, Brother Benson. The room's on us.
How generous. What do I owe you for the meal?
Well, that one was covered by the rest of your friends' tab.
Oh, I see. One of my brothers was a big tipper, huh?
Aye.
Well, in which case, I do appreciate it, brother.
He gives you a warm smile and a nod.
I suppose around this time, Benson will hear the sound of footsteps coming down the stairs.
Oh yeah, I forgot to open the door for them, so they couldn't move. That was a good prank.
We can say that Fizz is on Gokek's shoulder if you would like, but I just want to make sure that he's able to use the triggers.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever you guys decide there. Since apparently that doesn't work with attached tokens.
Where is she? Do I see a pie lady?
Yeah, that's her right there.
I'd like to think that in one hand is one hand is like balled up in a fist, and the other one is clenching the the
Pie.
dripping red pie. He walks up to the table and he slams the pie onto the platter, and he goes, "Pie lady, why is your blueberry tasting pie magical and red?"
She looks up at you wide-eyed like a deer being stalked by a prey animal or predator animal. There you go. And as she like kind of her eyes dart between the pie and the you and the smaller you and then back to the pie, she stammers out, it wasn't me.
Then who was it?
Listen, my daughter is a young lady who just doesn't know how to control her powers yet. And you can't tell anyone because they're conscripting magic users now, and she's too young for that. She just swapped two flavors.
Wait, is she descended from a dragon too?
Her father was many things, but I don't believe him to be a dragon.
Wait,
Who was he?
She furrows her brow and says nothing about this question. She doesn't seem to have a high opinion of this person.
So the meat pie is made out of fruit, and the fruit pie is made out of meat.
Oh, heavens, no. That mix-up would get me canned for sure. That fruit pie, and she gestures towards the red one, is made of strawberry. And the other fruit pie was made of blueberry. I sold all my blueberry that tasted of strawberry, and so all I was left with was strawberry that tasted of blueberry. I didn't expect anyone to notice.
Huh.
In your defense, we didn't notice until after we had eaten lots of the pie. And then we started talking, and then Gokeg was like, "Why does it taste like this?"
Is my detect
like-
magic still on?
I don't know how long it lasts, but you can put it back
10
on
minutes.
if you want. Oh, okay, yeah, it is.
Is she magic?
She has like an object on her, maybe a necklace or a pendant or something, that appears faintly magical, like a minor ward of protection of some kind, but nothing about her in particular appears magic.
Huh. Well, I'm sorry to have disturbed your dinner. And I will not tell anyone. Because, well, conscription is a big word for me, but it sounds something like what a friend went through when he got taken into the circus for being a magical bird. And I don't want that on anyone.
She nods cautiously but optimistically and says, yes, they take magical things, magical people, and they do terrible things with them, force them into lives they did not otherwise choose. I appreciate your understanding. And I hope you enjoyed the pies.
Oh, well, yes, they're very good.
Fizz is gonna furrow his brow, and he's gonna kind of like look at himself and then look back at the lady, and he's gonna be like, Is someone going to do something bad to me because I'm magical?
Don't be silly, little one. Look at your big friend. He's much too scary to step to if you're some sort of guard or ne'er-do-well. No, those who have friends in high places are always safe. Almost always. You'll probably be fine.
Oh, that's good to know. Thank you, nice pie lady.
You are
All
welcome.
right. So I have a question.
Yes.
All right. GoKeg is the feature. I'm assuming it's from a background of from the background of called name dropping.
Correct.
Is the implication behind this feature, does this also imply that his name is worth dropping for some people? Like, depending on where he is.
Depending on where he is, yes, but he was never publicly.
Yeah, he's
there
never really in
Sustan.
here, right?
Yeah,
So,
like he was
yeah,
under
okay.
disguise, right? Yeah. So.
Well, no, I kind of need an intelligence check for this. No, I think I actually don't need an intelligence check for this because GoKeg knows a thing or two about name dropping. So he'll say, well, if they do try to conscript your child for whatever reason, you tell them that you have been granted the personal protection and best wishes by Shoulder and Benson and that crew, the heroes of Sestan. And I'm sure that will buy you plenty of time, considering that's the only reason I'm in Sestan right now.
And she mulls at this for a moment and says, well, I'm not sure they'd take my word for it. I will be sure to try that tact. And I appreciate the gesture.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, if anyone tries to do anything, you let us know, and I'll set them on fire.
Oh, well, that would definitely be believable.
Yeah, yes, quite believable. Again, thank you for the pie, and I hope all is well. And he'll just kind of walk away awkwardly with the pie still in hand, dripping on the ground.
Yeah. The barkeep, both of the barkeeps are like looking over at you with some disdain as you leave a mess. You don't stop to say hi to Benson or Mitridates or anything. You're just gone. See ya.
I don't know. Would Fizz stop?
Fizz would probably wave to them as we pass by and say, "Hi, Benson and Metroides."
All right. So Fizz stops. GoKeg will say, "Oh, hi, son of Ben. That lady over there, pie lady. She could use some sort of maybe written letter or emblem of protection from the heroes of Sestan."
Benson will give a curious look over to the woman and then back to you and say, for what reason, brother?
GoKeg will come up to you and he will whisper, maybe not whisper, but it'll be hushed for sure. Well, her child is magical, and they try and conscript magic users these days, I guess. And it's very similar to what happened to Shoulder, and I don't want it to happen again. So I said that if a guard tried to take her, maybe she could drop your name or Shoulder's name or one of the heroes, but perhaps a written letter or some sort of emblem of proof would help in the endeavor.
Benson will furrow his brow, and then after a moment of consideration, he'll whisper back to you, but brother, are you intending on telling the guards?
No, of course not, but I don't know that it won't somehow happen to come to light anyway. You know how magic can be.
What reason do you have to be suspicious, brother?
She had mentioned her child not necessarily being able to control her power. Nothing dangerous, just
odd, small spells here and there.
The pies tasted different than they were supposed to.
And it seemed like she had a necklace that was enchanted. It just seems better safe than sorry for someone who could use some extra help from so-called heroes of Cestan.
I shall speak with her, brother.
Thank you, son of Ben. We are going to bed now.
Now we're gonna actually go to bed.
Yeah. Now we're actually going to bed. Oh, I think I lost the.
There he got. He
I
made
said I
it.
didn't have permission for a second.
Yeah, that's what happened to me earlier. It's because we did it too much. Gokag will again close and lock the door. And he will again check the window one more time. Make sure it's still locked.
Yes.
Is it still locked?
I never got a chance to tell you that, but there's no lock on that window.
Fizz, there's no lock on this window.
Lock.
Oh, that's not good.
God, the autism urge to just move the bed to the other side of the room. Just like out of pure PTSD.
That's in character. Gokek can do that. He's also
Yeah.
big enough to do that.
Gokag will go, hold on. And he'll walk over to the bed and he'll just kind of like try and. He's not like big enough to carry it. Like he'd have to kind of drag it.
Well, give me an athletics check.
Advantage because Gokag.
I don't think so, but
Nah,
you should.
it doesn't matter anyway.
You should have slightly more than that for this bed, but we'll say, yeah, in order to do it at all quietly, you would need a higher roll. So if you don't mind it being noisy, yeah, you can sort of like drag it, half drag it, half lug it.
Can we say it'll be like it'll be a quieter noise, but it'll
Quieter noise, but what?
longer? Like he's
Yeah.
trying to drag it slower across the room.
Yeah, so it's a very slow.
Yeah. Like someone's moving a table or something.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It goes for an overlong amount of time.
Yeah. So you'll see you'll see Gokeg just without saying a word after telling you that the window has no lock, just dragging your bed across the room to the other side and placing it up against the wall.
Fizz will will just like watch you with a very like curious and slightly confused look the whole time. But he won't actually stop you. He's just gonna watch you do it.
He'll kind of finish it, and with a quick huff, he'll be like, all right. Sorry, the last time I slept in one of these rooms without the locked window, I did not wake up in this room. I got captured by Versalin.
Ah, okay. I think I remember Shoulder saying something about that. So I understand. But I want to do something about this window. So Fizz is a kobold.
Correct.
And one thing about kobolds is they're supposed to be good at trapping things. What would it take for Fizz to somehow trap this window so that if anyone who comes through, it sets off something? I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't see my entire inventory, so.
Oh, you have sling bullets, thieves' tools, and sling. I guess you could probably hook it up so that you could like set it up so that your sling has a bullet locked into it, and it will go off if the window opens. So it'll at least like
Okay.
pop something, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Do I need to make a check for that?
We can say that you can give me a check for how let me think. A check for how the like how good it will be. You could just roll the attack roll for the sling. And that'll be
Oh,
like
okay.
the AC that it has, basically. You're like preparing it, queuing it up, or whatever.
So the attack, I'll do just normal.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
All right. You're
Yeah.
pretty confident in your trapping.
Okay, Gokag. If anyone opens this window, they're gonna get it. And he like gestures to the window, as if it's just self-explanatory what he's done.
Gokeg has no idea what you've done, but he is very excited that someone's going to get it if they try and open the window. So he's also interested because he thinks it looks vaguely like some kind of trap, and he wants to do some trap of his own. So his brain is going to say, or his brain is going to tell him to do this. So he's going to say to you, "Well, that looks cool. What if we move both of our candles to the other edge of the room where we're sleeping, and then we make it really dark in here, and then we put the chairs in front of the window, so if someone tries to hop through the window, they trip and fall over the chairs, making a very loud noise."
Sure. If we move the chairs over here where the backs are facing the window, then they'll basically have to knock them over to get into the room after getting hit by my sling.
You are smart. And he'll take both chairs in each arm and place them.
Okay. Is there
As
anything
instructed.
else that you plan to do before going to bed?
No, it's bed. Sorry.
Okay. You're good. You've done all of the trapping, and you're ready to bed. Okay. Perfect. Now, Benson, it seems you've approached this woman, Pie Lady, as she was called by Gokag, with purpose. What would you like to do? She looks up at you somewhat curiously, but doesn't say anything as she's finishing her meal.
Benson will sit down, trying to look casual, and then he'll whisper over and say, "Sister, is it true that your daughter is being watched by the guard?"
Oh. Well, no guard knows to watch her. And she looks a bit nervous and perhaps a bit sullen.
"Oh, well, that's good. Perhaps I misunderstood my brother when he passed the message."
Indeed. She's got a suspicious tone to her voice, but clearly wants to trust you.
"Is there anything that you need, sister?"
Your compatriot said that I could drop your name, Sir Benson, if it came to something the guards demanded of me that I did not wish to part with.
Ah, I see. Benson will think for a moment. He will pull out a bit of the parchment and ink that he has, and he will scroll out a quick letter, basically a very like a nondescript kind of message saying that to whom it may concern, the subject of this letter is currently in service to Stedbursky, and any change in position must first be run by the head of Stedbursky prior to enactment.
Mm. Mm. Mm.
Can't write a contract.
And do you then present this parchment with to the woman?
Yes, and he'll do his best to mimic his father's signature,
Ah.
and then he will roll it up, tie it, and hand it over, and he'll say, "If anything undue should come to you or your own sister, you may present them this."
She beams at you and takes the letter with glee and with gratitude and embraces you in a great big hug and says, "Oh, thank you. Thank you, Sir Benson. I am very appreciative." And as she like awkwardly releases you from the hug, she says, "I have been so worried for so long that something undue, as you say, may come to me on my own, and this is a great relief."
I'm glad that it brings you relief, sister. I trust that nothing undue will come, and I hope for all the best.
She gives you a polite nod and says, an additional set of thanks. She's like clutching the letter to her bosom, like as if she's afraid it'll disappear if she doesn't hold on to it tightly.
I will give you this bit of notice, sister. We may be traveling again soon, and our travels may carry us away from Sustan. So, if anything, send a courier down the path towards Stedbursky and tell him to look for my caravan, should I be needed to confirm this news.
I understand. It will be done. If it comes to that, which I pray to Lathandar it does not.
He'll nod, and then he'll say, "All right, sister, I must go off to rest, for the last events have been quite taxing. Simply let me know if anything else is needed."
She gives you a nod and continues to utter thank yous under her breath as you depart. Mithridates, we can say that you've just about finished your meal and your drink now, if you are prepared for anything further.
Metroides will thank the employees of the tavern and go to Jason's room
Yeah.
and set up a little place to meditate. Which room? They'll just open every room.
Well, the rooms with two beds in them are this one, the one above it, and the one above that. But the one to the northernmost that has two beds is Fizz Fizz and Gokag's. And then Jason's in the solo room, which is directly north of Benson. It's like the northernmost.
Okay. No.
Oh, no? Oh, you're going to them.
Jason will not talk in his sleep like he does sometimes, or even shout, but his face is troubled as he dreams his dream, unaware of the elf sitting in the corner.
Hmm. So Mithridates is going to set up shop and meditate?
These
And
elves don't sleep.
that's right, they don't. Benson, that bed
They
looks
just watch
awfully
you.
comfortable. So does the other one on the other side of the room.
Benson will take a moment before he beds down for the night to enter a prayer, and he'll say, "Lathandar, the path has been challenging, but I still have faith that I have yet a path to walk. although I could use your guidance. I worry now more than ever that perhaps I am not the hero you think I am. And he'll linger on that thought and go to bed.
Hmm. While no immediate response comes, there is a sense of relief in having shared your fears in prayer, which perhaps will equip you with the necessary gusto to see out the night and feel how you feel in the morning.
Fair enough.
Alrighty. And with all of that, you guys have finally managed to make it to bed. I have to pee really badly, so this is a good point of break. Everyone can long rest, and I shall be back momentarily. All right, I have returned. How are we doing?
Have you?
I'm also,
Believe it or not.
we could say we are you.
We are you. That feels like it would be said in like a with a bunch of epic voice filters in a high intensity moment at the end of like a I don't know, a meme bit.
Like Gandalf coming over the hill to save the humans at Helm's Deep.
Yeah, I'm also thinking of the fucking there's like that dumb part well, they were all dumb parts pretty much, but in StarCraft 2 there's some campaign part where a Protoss voice says, "Now we are one," and I just imagine now we are you. But then I also remembered in Slop of Slopwalker,
Is that the third one of the sequel
the
trilogy?
third part
I haven't
3.
even seen that one.
I haven't either, but
It
I know
was
that there's
so
a
bad.
scene. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. You're not missing anything as far as I can tell. But there's a scene where Palpatine says, I am all the Sith," and the Rey Skywalker says, "I am all the Jedi," and I just imagine, "And I am all the you." So that was also where my brain went for that.
How Disney managed to fumble a money printing machine is beyond me.
True.
Like Star Wars should have just been banger
Dude,
after banger.
the best part is that everything about that third sequel trilogy movie, like everything to do with Palpatine, is literally just another character in the extended universe that's no longer canon. Like they just basically changed the names of all the places. Because in the Old Republic series, there's the Uber Sith Emperor that's like basically fucking immortal and is found on like some non-exist, like not heard of planet in some places, and that's like covered in lightning and has no living life on it because it's unsustainable now because he ruined it with all his power, and he's like trying to clone people and shit. Like
Oh,
they literally just changed the entire like all that changed was the names. Everything else was there.
That's pretty
It's pretty.
Like I'm not even excited for the Mandalorian movie.
Yeah, that'll
I
probably.
mean,
be
after the
disgusting.
show, I'm not excited. Like, having seen what I have of the show, I saw the first season and then.
The first season was good. I liked that a lot. But it was just
It
downhill
was, it
from there.
was, it was workable. Yeah, it was okay TV.
I did like the Starbuck, Bo-Katan.
Mm.
I'm a big fan of her acting in Battlestar Galactica.
I still haven't seen Battlestar Galactica. I probably should at some point.
I can upload that to somewhere for you to download.
You can upload a link to me where I can legally purchase them. Wink.
I don't know if you can legally purchase it anywhere.
True. Yeah, that's probably true.
I don't care enough to look, so.
Yeah.
It's all about the things you say on stream.
I do not
Is everyone
endorse
here?
paying for media.
Well, I heard Three Crow's voice, so that was the last person we were missing, I think. Oh, no, Balethal. Is Balethal here?
I mean, I've
Oh, I'm here.
Okay.
Thanks for listening.
So the time lapse is going to go by rather uneventfully at the start here. My question to you all, was Do you guys have a thought about how you would like to plan for Augustius? Because he is currently inundated with his own stuff and also, not here. His character is not here. Or his player is not here. So do you guys have a particular thought in mind for how he might link back up with you? Do you intend to move?
Well, don't we know where he went or his order went? We could leave a message with them.
You could definitely leave a message.
Maybe he leaves a message with us. Yeah.
No, he didn't. He went
He just
wherever he
left.
went without.
No, I mean, like maybe he sends someone to leave a message with us.
I don't
Yeah, he
think
could send somebody.
he wouldn't do that because he doesn't know where to find us, and he doesn't quite like us.
I think the message he leaves for us would be, I do declare you are the most unreliable imbeciles I have ever met.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Dude,
Pretty accurate.
Augustius has to realize that it's even. We got him killed, and then we got him back to life.
Yeah, you might
It's all tied up,
you
man.
might have unkilled him, but you didn't undumb him.
It's all tied up, bro. Just wait till we kill him
You
again.
broke
then he
his
can
soul.
Fucking like, hey, bro, you want to come help me run this caravan? Just kidding, we're fighting a god.
To be fair, I think we did say we were going to fight a god. He just
dude, go Keg.
Jason still needs to clean himself up again now, but also he needs to go and do that potion stuff and go.
No,
Okay,
my idea was that we did that between like downtime, so we can fill the blanks on that one in later if you want.
Gokeg literally walked up to the lady and was like, "You can't scam me." Imagine like Augustius right now. Like Augustius got scammed in like the worst way possible. He went from caravan to death.
I mean, I think in universe, Fizz would be concerned about Augustius. So he'd probably try to go talk to him. But I think we could probably say that Augustius doesn't want to talk to Fizz. Or anyone.
Man, the best part about this whole thing will be the fact that when we're done talking about this, we'll wake up and all this trap nonsense will be for nothing.
We told him he would be delivering something. He just didn't know that he would be delivering his soul to Drupal.
That's
true, actually. That's true. He didn't check the itinerary, so he has no way to know.
Yep.
Yeah, he didn't read the fine print.
That much.
No, he would know that we wanted to go down to that thing to help those people.
I think he even agreed to it, or maybe he was not saying anything by that, and I don't remember.
He wasn't saying anything to my memory.
Yeah, I think he stayed quiet, but I think he did hear it before stomping off.
Right.
Yeah, but Benson tried.
Maybe
to
he went off
here.
ahead of us. Like he left a messenger at the gates or whatever, right? That when the heroes assist him come to leave, tell them that I'm already like a so-and-so march ahead, and we're actually playing catch-up with him.
If I recall, he went to go find the guy that he was with before all of this happened.
That's right. Yeah. So
Yes,
basically,
he went to find the other cleric.
Yeah. Based on his own actions, he went to go link up with his fellow clerics in the keep, right? And only one of them was immediately available, and so they had some conversation. But that is where, like, that part picked off. So, Shambler's idea of Augustius leaving ahead of time because he's, deciding to set off on his own. It could very well be a possibility there. Like, that's a fairly in-character thing for him to maybe do. I'm not going to make any, like, straight-up decisions about his character, but that's I'll figure out.
Yeah,
I
think there's two possibilities that'll probably be up to Alexander to choose between. Either he could have left early because I think the main thing is he probably wants alone time away from the party because he's absolutely fed up with them. And so the two ways he could do it is he leaves off early so that he can travel by himself and be with his own thoughts, or he decides he's gonna hang out with his cleric and he's actually gonna leave after us and then catch up later. So I don't know. That'd be up to Alexander to pick which one he would prefer, but I think it makes sense that he wants to just not have to deal with us for a couple of days.
I think in that case, in no matter what happens, we go to leave a message with his people, and depending on his choices, we're either told he's no longer there or the message gets passed along.
Right. Yeah.
And
So
we go to wherever we're going.
okay. So your guys' thoughts are to progress towards the ultimate goal of moving to the Stedcarno as it is. Checks out to me anyway.
I will note that Jason will be startled by Mithridates when he wakes up.
Oh, you all can probably wake up at around the same time here, so I guess we'll just go. Let's start with Jason and Mithridates, and we'll just pause when you guys decide to leave. Like the right.
Right, so Jason sort of groggily gets up, he rubs his eyes, he stretches, and he opens and he just sees an elf there. And then he kind of doesn't register for a second. He sort of starts to move to get out of bed, and then he turns his head ever so slightly again and just stares for a moment before saying, "Bloody hell, how long have you been there?"
I needed somewhere to rest, and I don't need a bed, so I thought you wouldn't mind. And he puts away a book.
You weren't, listening to me in my sleep now, were you? You're just reading, eh?
No, I didn't pay attention to you at all. Lost in my own thoughts.
Jason has a confused look, but he says, all right. I guess a platinum doesn't get you as much space as it used to." And he goes about his routine, putting aside the pissed on clothes to be washed by washerwomen later in the day as we get ready to leave, and now we pause.
All right. So Gokag and Fizz, what are you two awake? And maybe it'll have been a restful sleep for Fizz, but slightly less restful sleep for Gokag, as he constantly was thinking about the potential for traps and whatnot to go off, using his dark vision to see that there had been no disturbances. Every now and then when he would wake up.
Yeah, I think when Fizz wakes up, his first instinct is to go and check his trap and the chairs to see if anything has changed or moved.
Well, the traps had been placed expertly, the sling had been primed properly, and it still stands there, taut and ready to go. Nothing has disturbed it overnight.
It looks like no one tried to get in through this window. Probably too scared from seeing our traps.
Fendel is looking through.
This is gonna move the chairs to the side.
Detect magic again. Anything at all new, magic-wise?
Nope. Everything seems to be as it was supposed to be.
Ah. All right. Good job. I
Thank
suppose
you.
I should move the bed back.
Yeah, probably. I don't think they'll like that you rearrange the room.
Kokag will try and move the bed as quietly as possible.
It'll take a while.
It'll take a while. And then once he's done doing that, he'll leave.
All right.
While he's doing that, Fizz is going to collect his sling
Mm-hmm.
and essentially undo its trap
Right.
and move the chairs back to around the table.
Oh, okay. So we'll say that Jason and Mithridates will hear a decent amount of like furniture movement, not necessarily loud, but notable nonetheless. And I guess so too will Benson, who maybe rouses as a result of that. So Benson, how do you wake up?
I suppose Benson will eventually rouse, and he'll just kind of gather himself and maybe just check his belongings and clean up his equipment a little bit, and eventually make his way out.
All right, you'll approach and see Jason and Mithridates also leaving at the same time.
Good morning, brothers.
Morning, Benson, Jason says.
Do you feel refreshed after a night's rest?
I am awake. I'm gonna go see the washerwomen, get some clothes cleaned. And I guess we're getting ready to make our way, aye?
Indeed. Since we returned, we haven't actually seen the caravan, right?
You saw that it had been stowed in like a safe spot in the main stable, like all of its contents. Well, some of its contents had been stored inside the city walls, and others had been left, like the stuff that was deemed less important. However, it was under protection, and you were told that it would be returned to the caravan, like everything would be reset and ready for your departure around the morning. Was like what you had discussed. I think that was technically like, yeah, that was last session. So.
Although, before we head out, I think we should, well, at least someone should make one more attempt to find Augustius. And I would like to make one more stop by the temple to try and speak to Ulrich.
My regards to the priest. I have my own affairs to get wrapped up and handled.
Benson will nod.
The furniture movement seems to come to a stop, and soon after, the door opens, revealing Gokag and Fizz.
Doors locked.
Doors stuck. Water has AIDS.
Oh, there you go.
I was wondering why you guys weren't doing it.
Okay.
Oh, good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
It seems we've all roused together.
Jason smells.
We wake you up.
Fizz
They're
asked
just
if he
talking
woke you up. I see.
Oh, what?
Fizz had asked if they woke you up. I think that's what I heard.
Yeah, that is what he said.
I woke up on my own, lad. Not
Well,
pleasant
that's good.
dreams last night.
That's less good.
Jason shrugs.
Maybe
We're
if you
just
drank
talking
less, you
about-
would not have nightmares.
Say that again.
Oh, he said maybe if you drank less, you would have less nightmares.
It's worse when I don't, laddie. He then gives a
Oh.
look at Benson, a dirty one.
To be fair, brother, I believe you've slept a lot better not having soiled yourself.
Better a warm leg in a full 8 hours than 2. Jason says, with a look of, I'm not gonna take any more shit on this.
Well, I would get a second opinion from the bed, brother. Well, we
Anyway,
were
yeah.
are you gonna tell him about your plans for rounding up Augustius? Or am I just gonna have to walk on off with your high and dry?
That's what I was just about to ask about.
indeed. So we will be heading out of Sestan soon, but I need to make a trip by the Temple of Lathandar, and I'd also like to try and find Augustius again so we can confirm his intentions.
I think it's probably best I go talk to him.
I appreciate that, Fizz. I have a feeling he does not wish to speak to me right now.
Yeah, I don't think he wants to speak to just about anybody, but at least he likes me because I'm a kobold.
If only I was a kobold, maybe he would feel differently.
No, please don't wish that. I don't. That's not a good idea.
Benson looks at you a little confused.
Look, I don't want to talk about it. It happened. We're a kobold. It wasn't fun. I mean, it was fun at first, but then it stopped being fun very quickly.
Wait, I was a kobold?
Yeah. Don't you remember?
I remember having a strange dream about acquiring mini brothers, but I don't remember being a kobold.
Do you remember when Telthane told us to not go to sleep?
That was right before we sat down on the bench, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then we went to sleep.
Well, to be fair, being dead is tiring work.
I agree. I was very tired. I really needed all that sleep we got.
I know
Was he a big kobold? I don't remember any of this.
What were you gonna
That's
say,
because
Gokek?
you became a kobold too.
I
I
don't
did
know why.
not. Jason says, very offended.
Jason, a kobold?
What did Gokek say?
I don't know why, but I just started to feel very sick. So I didn't know how much longer we were going for.
Oh shit.
This is a very interesting conversation and funny. I just don't feel very well for some reason.
Understandable.
Well, we started only about 2.5 hours ago, so we usually try to go for somewhere between 3 and 4. If you want to sit the rest of it out, that's totally fine and fair, and I can just kind of have Gokag take a little bit of a back seat for a bit. It's up to you. I don't know how much longer everybody else is fill in for. I know we started later than we normally do, and we're down a man, so it's a bit different. But I figure if we are going to try to close it soon, then we would probably want to make sure that we tend to all of the loose ends that were alluded to, and anything that can be done in threads would be done in threads, like over the course of the next little bit. But anything that you guys do as a party together, or as that's like super pressing for your character, we could resolve soon, and then we'd be able to basically have you guys be setting off in the direction of Stead Carno by the end of the session. That was my goal, was for you guys to be in motion, if not actively like on the path, you know.
Right.
But at least like at the point where you're setting off by the end of the session.
Yeah, I mean, in a half an hour, we could probably be done with everything in Sestan, probably.
Yeah. So, and if you know, if you want to try to go for that long, Cullen, and then if you continue feeling sick, you know, obviously just tap out when you have to, and no worries there. But we can basically have, if you want there to be an in-character variant of this, Gokak can simply be getting restless about all the talking, especially since he wasn't there for any of this, so he doesn't even know what's going on. And he just goes, he can interrupt and say, you know, aren't we supposed to be doing something? You know, whatever you want to say.
Yeah, so he'll step forward and say, yeah, Augustius, aren't we supposed to be moving so we can get closer to helping Stead Carno and finding Shoulder? I really
Yeah, we should do that. Let me just summarize it very quickly. So, Benson, you were petting me, and I think we both fell asleep. And I was dreaming about my home that turned you into a kobold, I guess, because apparently whatever you dream in Jurgle's realm comes true. And then you started talking about being my brother and how you needed more brothers. And it spiraled from there. Somebody like put you to sleep. I think it was Shoulder. Maybe I'm wrong. But you dreamed about having more brothers, and somehow that turned Jason into a kobold, I think. And then I think Talthane put someone else to sleep. I think it was Shoulder. And he dreamed of you guys being normal, so then you turned back to normal, I think. I'm not really sure. I don't know how the Jurgle stuff works. It was really silly and dumb, and Augustius really didn't like it.
I don't know, brother. If I had truly dreamt of having more brothers, would Jason not have turned into a dog?
What
Well,
are you
you were a
trying to
kobold,
imply
so-
there, you snide paladin bastard?
Well,
I-
brother is a dog, and if I dream of having more brothers, then shouldn't people be turning into brother?
Yeah, I don't think he meant it offensively, Jason.
Jason's eyes narrow in suspicion.
The whole thing is very
He
confusing.
tried to let it go.
Seems to make sense that I would not remember it.
Yeah, you weren't yourself, so.
Was I at least a handsome
Anyway.
kobold?
You were very big for a kobold. Sure, you were handsome, Jason.
Mighty Daddy's interjects and says, let's move on. We need to find Augustius.
Jason's pride is.
I agree. I miss
is
him.
afraid.
It's true. All this kobold and brother talk can wait for later.
I can't believe Benson just waited for later about brother. I'm so proud. That's character growth.
He's gonna brother the first instance now.
Ironically, as we're walking towards the door, Vincent does start worrying about Brother again.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh.
Jason
Oh.
will take some bacon and eggs to go.
What the hell? Why do I see people moving up and down the stairs?
I had to reset the trigger.
Yeah, it broke for a second.
You guys. Oh wait, no. Poor Fizz. He's not quite at the right level. There you go. Oh no, you went too far. Oh, you got it. You got it. Oh, you went too far. Oh, you got it. You're safe. All right.
Okay, it's fixed.
That was goofy. All right. So Jason's collecting a meal.
Yeah, he leaves the tavern and he's just shoving shit in his mouth. But he's got a busy day, so
That's right.
can't sit.
The guard gives you a nod, Benson, as you depart.
Vincent will return it, and he'll say, "Good day, brother."
All right. Okay, so all right. Going back to Sestan then. So I heard earlier something about regards to Ulrich, and also something that Jason said about needing to tie up other loose ends. Shambler, if you remember, we were basically we were talking a bit about the things that you would be doing during downtime activities, and I had thought that was going to be either before your bath or after your bath, but before you went to bed. But obviously, after your bath and before you went to bed, you were fucking wasted. So I don't know if you did do that, but we can basically
You can say he bought the potions,
Mhm.
but the research into druid lore probably requires a sober Jason.
Sure, and perhaps you had commissioned some kind of transcription that some scribe at the college would do in time for you to pick it up, right? Like today. So that if you wanted to be learning from like the tomes that they have, they would inscribe something for you so that you would have that information.
I'm gonna bow out. Thank you,
All right, feel
homies.
better.
It was a good session.
Yeah, hope you feel
Gokag
better.
wants to see shoulder. Yeah, that's the goal.
All right. Thanks for hanging.
Peace.
Peace.
Yes, sir.
All right. So with
And then
Jason
there
in
were
that
3
state,
plus 1.
wait, what was Jason going to do then? Would Jason be doing that inscription thing? Transcribing?
Yeah, so basically getting a big thing of druid lore to go.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Okay.
Okay,
Information on Druid.
So yeah, Jason will be picking that up. Maybe some of the potions had to be brewed specially
Right,
as well to be
yeah.
picked up.
And we can suss those details out about which potions and how much they were and all of that in our thread. Like if you have any particular requests, they don't have to be stuff that already exists either. I can homebrew items easily enough. So if you have like particular thoughts there, that's fine.
Yeah, I'll start typing up some ideas while everyone else goes through.
I see you already left
Potion
me
of
some notes,
alcohol.
buddy. Oh, what did you say, Mitch? Lucy?
Potion of intoxication.
Yeah, he's got a lot of
makes the drinker drunk.
That already exists.
There probably should be a magical potion that magically gets you drunk as a way of like confusing and discombobulating enemies. That would be a really good, funny item to have. And like, of course, Jason would just keep it when he needs a quick fix. Using that.
It's supposed to like make him like blackout drunk, but for Jason, his tolerance is so high, it just Makes him bust.
Perfect.
Oh.
And a potion of detox that makes you sober.
Already have that. It's what's it called? I forgot what I called it, but it was Baylor's hangover cure.
Yes, and I'm pretty sure it included like fantasy cocaine or something.
Yes.
A stimulant.
It's everything you need. Eggs, coffee, and booger sugar. Oh, Alexander is over faster than thought.
We lose one homie, and another homie is also doing well elsewhere. So there's always a homie side. The homies look on the homie side.
The
That's why he got so sick all of a sudden. The transfer of energy had to be done.
Right.
You have to switch over to his Alexander account.
All right. Well, with all of that, was there something that Benson was going to do before departure?
Yeah, so he's gonna go to the marketplace and check on the brother poster.
Okay. So we'll say that as you approach the spot where you had in your, haste and your strong desire to see brother returned, the place you had placed the poster seems barren and brotherless, as if an interested party had perhaps plucked the poster away to further examine it.
Are there any merchants nearby who have a direct line of sight?
Yes, there are two. One of them is an older man, and another is a younger woman.
I'll go to the older man first.
All right. He looks delighted to see you, and he says, My, Sir Benson, visiting this old one's stand. Are you in the market for fish, Brother Benson? There's lots of smelly fish that are on display.
Greetings, brother. I must admit, I'd be quite eager to buy a fish for my brother, but he seems to be missing. I actually put up a poster for him yesterday. I was coming by to see if perhaps you had seen him, or perhaps if you had seen who had claimed the poster.
Yes, I remember seeing that poster here when I had set up shop not long ago. I have a feeling... And he leans in a little bit and says, Now, believe me or not, but I swear upon Lathandar that the woman who took that poster bore the ears of an elf. Not often we see those in this part.
An elf, you say?
He nods.
Was it a woman you'd seen before, brother?
Never in my years. A tourist. But why they would be interested in your brother, I do not know.
Did you happen to catch what she was wearing, brother?
Well, she was dressed for combat, but of course had to turn her weapons in at the guard post, I surmise, as she bore not a single sword. Her armor was a blue as the sky, or as the ocean. And he pats his, fish stand, like one of the bluer-looking fish to his right. He kind of, pats it. Even more blue than this. It stood out in the sun, that much is for certain. Not one for subtlety. Oh, and I do believe she bore a tribal-looking tattoo. One I had not seen before. It was like 2 gashes along her eye, but it was definitely not from an injury. This old man can tell you that much.
Have I ever heard of that symbolism before?
Not really. Like, there's nothing. You know that there are symbols that are like that, but nothing. Like, you would need to see it or have more details about it to be able to define anything from it.
Benson will toss a gold to the old man and say, "Thank you, brother. I have a feeling if it was not long ago that she may still be in town, which means perhaps I can go to the nearest gate and question the guards on who entered."
He beams at you and says, "Perhaps I should be selling information, Brother Benson. It seems a bit more profitable than old fish. But I will tell you this. I believe she headed south. So, perhaps that is the gate that you must go to."
Hmm. Did she also come from the south, brother?
Ah, I'm afraid I wasn't looking directly at her when she entered. I only noticed her after she had already wandered a bit. I just know that she took off with some purpose in her strides.
Well, I appreciate the information, brother. My brother is quite important to me, and I would be lost without him.
He looks at you with like a solemn expression and says, "As we would, were we bereft of any of our brothers. I understand."
I'll go now in investigation so that I do not lose this individual. Thank you. So Benson will have his eyes peeled for someone in blue armor and elven ears as he heads towards the south gate.
All right. Your investigation will continue in just a moment. I suppose Fizz, Gokag, and Mithridates are probably going to be sticking relatively closely, but Gokag will want to retrieve his armor commission from Armor Orin. And I don't know if Fizz will want to do anything in particular in the town before departure, and I also don't know if the same extends to Mithridates. We know what Jason is going to be up to.
Mithridates will offer to follow Jason and kind of hang back when he does anything secretive.
Yeah, Jason will let Mithridates follow along, and he won't try and hide anything from him. He's just getting his big book of Druid lore, which might be kind of weird for Mithridates because Jason doesn't look like the bookish kind of guy.
He's going to the college, going to their book section. What the hell? A changed man overnight, Jason?
Yeah, he just had to die.
Yeah. All right. Gokag will say as you two depart for the college that, and as Benson, departs for the market, that he's intending on visiting Armor Orin and then meeting you back at the gate, the southern gate. So, with that, he sort of kind of like shrugs the one shoulder that Fizz is mostly leaning on and says, "Are you coming with me?"
Yeah, I'll come with you.
All right. Anything Fizz intends to do before departure?
I think Fizz is probably thinking about what the woman said about like magic users being like conscripted and like uh I guess forced to do things against their will. and he's probably going to be curious about that and want to learn more. Given his connection to magic and the idea that like he hadn't really thought about it before. The idea that like, well, there are magic users here who are probably like him who also were born with magic, and now he might be interested in finding out more about them.
Okay. So just sort of a generic, I guess, or a vague, like, I would like to know more about magic. People born with innate magics, something like that, in this area.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. This is definitely something that Gokag would have thoughts about because he was born with innate magic. Well, I guess he wasn't born with innate magic. He was granted magic, but he is a magic user, and so there's probably something there that he would say. But even though
Right.
I was the original Gokag, I am not the new Gokag, so I'll leave that kind of up in the air there.
Right. For shoulder later.
Yeah.
Or
Yeah. All right, we'll think about that. Okay, so I'm seeing that Benson has a list of things he's working through. He's going to be talking to the guard about the elf and the guard post here.
Yeah, I don't know if you want to handle any of that like in thread, or if you want to try to knock it out now.
I think the one to knock out now would be, well, it would be related to it would probably be like the last two on your list. However, I do not know if, like, Fizz was talking about doing something related to talking with Augustius. So, would he then mention that that he needs to go in? I mean, like, the party knows that Augustius was in the keep, and like that was where his people were stored at the time, or what have you. But that's a very guarded district, and you're not really allowed into the keep without reason, like a good reason, like not even Heroes of Sestan kind of reason. So, not for civilians, I guess. It's a restricted area. So, leaving a message at the gate would probably be your best bet there. But I don't know what kind of message Fizz would be interested in leaving.
I think Fizz would probably leave a message along the lines of, we're planning on leaving to what was the name of that place? Something Carne something.
Sorry, who?
Carne asada.
Yeah, Carne asada.
It's just me
Yeah, then
being
we're
funny.
yeah, basically leave a message saying, "Hey, we're gonna leave towards this place. We hope that you come with us and um, or follow along whenever you're ready.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and that hopefully he's doing well, and that the rest of the group uh, is glad that he's alive again and okay."
Very like touching, gentle but hopeful, optimistic letter for Augustius to read.
Yes.
Okay. Alrighty. So we have So we have Benson's doing a quick BRB. So once that message is left, and inscribed, written, etc., and then left for the guards to pass on through their own methods. And once the armor is picked up and that Gokag returns closer to the southern gate, Mithridates and Jason would be closer to the college during the initial pickup, and there'd be an awful lot of things that Jason is doing in these grounds. He's picking up a tome. He's what else would there be? Grabbing a few scintillating magical potions, some of which seem to be brimming with significance, even to you, Mithridates. You're just sort of like latent arcane senses tingling about them. And he spent some time. He gives over his sword and for some sort of inspection. And in response to the sort of like examination of it, one of the mages who is inspecting this weapon sort of turns it over in his hands, and when he touches the blade, his hand kind of like recoils almost instinctually, and he gives like a low whistle and says, "Well, this is excellent craftsmanship. Where did you get this treated?"
Where did I get this treated, he said?
Yeah, he's thinking that you got this like intentionally enchanted or something.
The secret is to die for, lad.
Well, this magic is above my capabilities to identify all the details, but it certainly seems like whoever you slice with it will be in for some pain. I would advise caution. Even nicking yourself a bit could prove problematic.
I see. But whoever ended up doing the job didn't put any back ends in it, if you know what I mean. Something to slice back on the wielder. He was forthright and honest, is what you're saying?
Worried about curses. Well, there is a curse of sorts about the blade, but it seems to be pointed towards the victims of a slice, as opposed to the holder of the weapon. I will be honest with you, however. There may be a part of this that I cannot understand or sense. Quite unlike coming into a quiet library, this is like wandering into the most raucous tavern you've ever heard. You can strain to understand a few of the languages spoken, but you're probably not going to be able to comprehend everything. This blade is loud.
What institution or individual would you recommend to me to go see it next in that case? I want to make sure that everything is in good order. The nearest one, of course, would be best, but I am going to be traveling quite a distance soon, so don't be too afraid to recommend further parts.
Well, I would take it to my contacts in Lauren. It's a great human city. Not so far from here, but, well, crossing through the mountain can be treacherous. I would recommend taking the path down Southbridge. you'll have heard of Lauren from other passersby, but the man may be underselling a bit of as far as how far it is. It's a decent travel. Like
All right.
probably several.
We
like
were
maybe 2
destined to
weeks.
go that way anyway in the original caravan, right?
Yeah. If you go past it, you'll get to Stedbursky. So
Yeah. All right, I'll take the names of whatever contacts you got, and maybe if I find myself in the area, I'll reach out to him, eh?
he nods and hands you back the blade with slightly trembling hands, and moves to write down some information for you so that you can present it to the nearest, to whoever you visit in Lauren.
Gotcha. Well, Jason will move along in his day then, gathering up his various illicit potions, and yeah, I guess while at some point he would find a chance to write that letter and
Yeah.
pass it off by whatever means.
There'll be a little bit of downtime, particularly when you get back to the caravan. So before you set off, there's probably time for that then.
Yeah, gotcha. Yeah, probably give it to probably not give it, but like sort of slip it into a bunch of like files or something at the guard post.
Oh yeah, that could be good.
They just come across it.
All right. Benson, you were as you exit you're sort of passing towards the south gate. You'll first see several guards who give you like curt nods and continue to sort of just man their posts. This is before you go across the gate. You don't see Bree just yet. Do you have a particular are you going? Is your quarry with the an individual guard, or are you planning on doing because you were going to be looking for that elf, but you have not found her yet?
So if I don't see the elf anywhere on the way there, I'm gonna be heading beelining for the guards who are typically responsible for holding gear for travelers.
Oh, okay, yeah, that would be some guards on the inside of on the wall, sort of like a checkpoint thing that they got going on there. There might be like a small office with it's not meant to. It doesn't hold like a large amount of warring weapons, but there'd be enough there that would be, it would be fairly, maybe at like 70% capacity or so. So it'd be like a reasonable sized room, maybe like half the size of the tavern, like the eating area of the tavern, and like an office would take up some portion of that as well. And so there'd be a couple of guards that would be there and would look up from their duties at their desk and stand up then once recognizing you. An older one and a younger one.
Greetings, brothers. I hope all is well.
The younger one stammers a little bit, but the older one cuts him off and says, Yes, everything is well, Brother Benson. What may we do for you?
I won't take up too much of your time, brothers. I am here in search of a guest of Sesten. I was informed by a trader in the market that a female warrior wearing blue armor may have come through the south gate and dropped off her weaponry.
The younger one says, she just dropped her gear off, but not long ago she scooped it back up and made her way south. I think she's gone.
How soon was that?
The older one kind of scratches the back of his head and says, couldn't have been longer than an hour ago.
Benson looks off to the south, as if debating how fast he can run.
You need something from her? The younger one asks.
Aye, brother. I left a poster up in the marketplace because I am in search of my brother, the dog that I brought with me from our original journeys around here, and he is missing, and I would very much like to see him again. I was told that she took the poster, and I was trying to catch her before she left if I could.
She took the poster. What if she's taken the dog?
Well, brother, let us hope she is not taking the dog.
Well, this one's prone to fanciful thoughts, Brother Benson, but the old one, the older one, he's not that much older, but they almost look like they could be brothers, ironically. The older brother says, if you're looking for leads, you might talk to the stable master. Would be a good opportunity to see if he still remembers things. Getting old, that one.
Tell me, brothers, did you get any information on where she came from, where she was going, what her purpose was?
Pretty tight-lipped about her business, but we do require some information when people are checking in that many weapons. You should have seen how many she produced. Must have been 7, 8. Anyway, she said she was here on business. We asked what kind of business, and she said something about her weapons telling the story. So I suppose she might have been an assassin or a mercenary. Anyway, she came and went pretty quickly. Hasn't been here for too long and already gone. Tells me she had a meeting of sorts.
Did she happen to leave with anything that she didn't have when she came in?
Well, apparently your poster, though she had it concealed on a person, if so. Maybe an extra sack round the old waist. Could have been that she got paid.
I see. Well, I appreciate the information that you can offer, brothers.
They both sort of give you a nod and say, the younger one says, it was really wonderful meeting you. And he pulls out his hand as if to, like, shake yours.
Benson, we'll give him a warm smile and shake his hand as he says, "You flatter me, brother. I am simply one who walks the path."
The older brother gives you a polite nod and says, many thanks for your understanding. We don't get that kind of crowd often. We hope our information is useful.
I at least know the direction to look, which is enough for me. Perhaps there is a chance I may find my brother.
We shall pray for it.
Now, brothers, I must be off. Lathander guide your path.
They give you a sort of head nod that's like almost a quarter of the way to a bow. Not really sure how to politely end the conversation and slowly, awkwardly sink back into their seats, where it seems they have more clerical work to attend to.
Benson will leave their office and I guess, how far is the stable master from here? Are they right here in this little building?
Yeah, that's right. Often are, they have a little patrol route going, but they usually are, especially if there's new arrivals or new departures, which, according to those guards, there had been. So you'd have to just go to the other side of the gate, basically.
He'll head through the south gate. What does he see as he heads through?
Next, in addition to the the guard, the head guard that covers that gate, and the stable master behind him, there's Bree, who seems to be helping with the loading up of your caravan.
Benson will he'll give a nod to the guard and then he'll approach the caravan. Ah, sister, I did not expect to find you here.
Ah, hello, Brother Benson. Well, we were told that you would be leaving in the morn, and that the caravan needed assistance being stocked up with all of its supplies. Is it true that you intend to travel to Stead Carno?
Indeed, as much as I hate to leave Sestan, especially in its time of need, I fear that if we linger too long, I'll be unable to succeed on the mission I set out on, which is to eventually make it back to Stedbersky.
Well, they've tightened up their patrols here in Sestan, and they don't seem to be desperate for more combatants. Biggest trouble is convincing the populace that some safety has been reclaimed. They keep getting news from Stead Carno and the other settlements around here. News that bodes more grim for those villages and other places that simply don't have the manpower of a place like this. She looks at you with a little bit more of a solemn expression, but there's like gravity to it. And she says, my older sister, last I checked, lives in Stead Carno. It would be helpful for me to quell suspicions in my heart if I were to be able to join you on this journey.
I had already intended to ask. You see, I could use a skilled pair of hands, and he will wink on this journey. But most importantly, I would appreciate it if you could help me with a little something I'm working on right now.
She gives you a raised eyebrow. And what might that be?
You see, I seem to have lost my brother, and I've gotten wind that the one who may know where he is has traveled to the south of here. But I'm not quite ready to head that way just yet.
And where can I help?
Well, having someone to have my back, I would say that, well, that would be nothing short of splendid.
So when you go on your search for your brother, simply ask for a sister. I see.
That's right.
Well, seeing as how we'll likely be traveling together with this caravan here, that won't be difficult.
And besides, aside from needing a bit of help, I think I still owe you a little something from the celebration.
She chuckles and says, yes, I suppose you do, Brother Benson.
I'm going to make a quick trip back into town so that I can say my goodbyes to Father Ulrich. I am quite worried for him, and also for Sestan, if his sickness were to claim him. I hope that by leaving him with my prayers, he'll be able to pull through.
We are all praying for Father Ulrich. He will be glad to have yours by his side as well. We'll finish out up here and make sure that we're ready for your departure. I think some of your compatriots should hopefully be joining us soon.
Indeed. They know to meet here by the caravan when they're ready. I shall be expecting you here.
Aye. She steps out of your way so that you may return and promptly gets back to stalking the caravan.
Thank you, sister. And Benson will quickly go off back to the temple.
All right. So while you're rattling that one off and moving in to take care of business there, we'll say, oh no, not Brother Eye Joe. We'll say that Jason and Mithridates are probably making their way back towards the caravan. Is that right for you guys?
Yeah.
I
All right. Go ahead and pull you guys over here. And it'll probably be around then that you guys end up coming up close to Fizz and Gokag, who I suppose would be interlocuting about the nature of magic. You know, Gokag will be like, probably saying something along the lines of, doesn't magic come from pledging oneself to far more great and terrible powers than you've ever dreamed of? And Fizz may have a different idea of where magic comes from.
No, not at all. Magic comes from your blood. You see, you just have to be descended from something that was inherently magical, and then because of that, you have magic. That's how it works for me.
Maybe my blood pledged itself to something great and terrible.
Ah, see, now that makes sense.
Hello, son of Jay, and the other one.
son of M. Why do you call me son of Jay?
Are you not Jay's son? It's in your name.
Did I write down Jason's father?
I don't think you wrote his name down. But his name probably isn't Jay, if I had to guess.
Yeah. I'm fucking having trouble thinking of one on the fly here.
Is his name Wilson?
It would be
No,
another
I
name that
get
ends
my-
in son. Yeah, that's really good.
Nah, I am not son of Jay. My name's just Jason.
Gokag will look up to you, Fizz, and say, do you believe him?
No, I don't think so. His dad's definitely Jay.
If you must know, my father was a sellsword by the name of Samuel.
But that doesn't end in son.
Exactly, you fucking ignorant piece of... Jason cuts himself off.
Son of Jay.
It's a sore subject.
Son of Sam.
Yes,
Then why is
I
your name
would
the
be the
Simpson?
son of Sam. Orc.
Hey, not so loudly. There might still be people around.
Maybe don't start talking about the man's father out in public then.
Does Jason not like his dad?
It's all right, Fizz. I didn't like my father much. And still, I am cursed with his name.
I mean, you could just change your name.
That sounds confusing. Besides, I am the Cag of Go.
You are the Cag of Go?
Your father's name is Go.
No.
What? Jason is just very confused.
My father was also cursed with the name of his father. And his father was cursed with the name of the father before him.
Why do you say cursed?
That's just what we orcs call it.
Is your name magical?
Hmm.
So who was the original Gokag?
I am the only Gokag.
But you said you're the Kag of Go, so is the original Go?
That does not sound like a fitting name for an orc. I doubt there is a single orc ever named Go.
Then what does it mean to be the Kag of? I don't speak Orcish.
To be the Kag is to be the sun.
So then,
Okay, so
son
you
of
just said
Go?
you're the Kag of Go, so you're the son of Go.
Go does not mean go in Agatek.
Okay, then
Then
what
what
does it mean?
does it mean? Yeah, exactly. I'm with Jason on this one.
It probably roughly translates to Sam.
Wait, does that
Alright, you're
mean
taking the
Gokag is
piss, man.
Samson?
I don't believe you for a goddamn moment that you're also the fucking son of Sam. Do I believe him?
Gokag seems ashamed of the real name, or the real translation.
Alright, okay. Tell me the truth, and I'll tell you something about me. Anything you want.
And what if I desire to know nothing more about you in this moment?
And I'll give you enough booze to forget about the whole goddamn thing.
In our tradition, orcs are given the name of something significant to their father. And then a particular suffix that their father deems appropriate. But I was not even named with a suffix, so they simply call me Kag. However, Go is the name of... And you can tell that he's, like, having to fight his inner instinct to not share this information.
Jason takes out a bottle of hard booze and offers it to him. It tends to loosen things up a bit.
Gokag declines the booze in this moment, but still takes the bottle and stashes it on his person. Then he says,
What?
My father loved playing cards. There. Now you know the truth.
Oh, you're named after cards?
Yes, my name would be translated to Card Son. Who wants to be named that?
Or I understand Gokag. I would not want to be named Card Son.
And it was the elders who called me Cag. My father just called me Card. That's even worse.
Yeah, honestly, it is. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I ate him.
You ate your father.
I probably should have done it
You
a year or
mentioned this
two
to me.
earlier. He did not taste as good as he should have.
Would you say he was overripe?
Is this common for greenskins?
To eat our old before they become fetid? Yes. I hope to have a great son, who I will name Great Cag or something. And I hope he eats me when it is my time.
Jesus. Not Jesus, but Jason is driven to make the sailor sign and says, "No wonder you're also ornery."
It is how we bring the spirit of our young and old together. Our generations live within us, fuel us, sustain us. This is how we become wise.
I guess I should be happy that I don't even know who my dad is.
Isn't he a dragon?
No, he's not my dad. He's like my great, 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 great grandfather? Something like that.
Yes, he does sound pretty great.
He is really great, actually. I think he's the one who attacked the giant monster that scared everyone.
Giant monster. Wait, Mithridates, where does your magic come from?
It is given to me by my benefactor. I believe
Ah,
we have similar powers.
yes. We both pledged ourselves to something great and terrible. See, Fizz, that's how magic is made.
No, not for everyone.
Certainly
Not
not
for
all
me.
of it.
What did Jason try to say?
Apparently not all of it. Not all magic.
Well, do you think that Jason is descended from something magical? Is he even magic?
Mhm. I don't know. And Fizz like narrows his eyes as he stares at Jason. He's like, I don't think he was born magical. He'd be a lot happier, I think.
I never cast a spell before I washed upon these accursed shores. I don't know what makes a druid, but it can't be birth.
Do you make a deal with the forest, maybe? Or a giant bull? Or maybe a squid?
I thought it was a curse of the sea bitch, but our time in that realm is revealed otherwise. I'm the captain of my own ship, always have been. It just took some time to realize. Now I gotta figure out what exactly is at the root of my power if we're gonna put an end to the chaos in the spirit realm.
Maybe something happened to you that made you magical?
Jason goes quiet at the thought of things happening. It's kind of
I'll have to learn more about magic and magical people. But
Yes.
that's not for right now.
Perhaps we will meet someone on our journey that will teach us things about magic that we do not yet know. Speaking of our
Oh,
journey,
maybe like someone who gained magic from reading books. That would be silly.
what magic could be gained from reading books? Magic can't read.
Wow, that is how you learn things. That's true.
Jason takes out a small pouch and he holds up Heron Call's toe and he says, I don't know. This fucker was pretty potent, and I'm pretty sure he learned from a book.
You have a man who casts spells in that sack?
Jason opens the shack and shows the toe.
Huh.
Heron Call, the wizard? He commanded or a bunch of axe beaks and could possess shoulder spiders? We killed him, but not before he launched some fireballs and almost killed us.
Wait, I can launch balls that could be described as fire. Maybe he was like
but
me.
he looked more like a wizard. He wasn't a kobold that did things.
What is a wizard?
We humans have colleges of them. They study. And study
Wait, you
hard.
mean my joke about reading books to cast magic is real?
Aye, and if you collect their toes, you can ward off demons in your final moments. It doesn't work when you're vaporized, though. I learned that in Jurgle's realm.
His toe is anti-demon.
Well, all magic users toe, actually. When you all die, I'll take your toes for good luck.
You will not touch my toes.
I'll
And
only
like
take
this,
one, I
like reaches
promise.
out and grabs his own toes.
Well, save the rest of me for my son.
You
Hey,
won't
he
eat
must
his
be
toes,
your
right?
your people must be pretty lucky if all they keep doing is eating the toes of their magic born.
You can't be serious. You're not going to eat his toes, right?
I wouldn't eat them.
Well, that's good because that's gross.
I'll just cut them off and put them in a sack, and I can bargain with the demons in order to jump in my body again.
That's still gross.
At least we have an explanation for his smell.
I don't think it's the toes.
How many toes do you have?
I've only killed one wizard.
So 11.
No. It has to be the big toe. I'm sorry. I should have specified.
Well,
It's
I
in
was
the big
counting the
toe.
toes on your feet. Humans have 5 toes, right?
Yeah, but only 2 big toes, and I only took the one big toe.
So 3.
Yeah, but you have 10 toes.
Oh yeah,
And then you have one
yeah.
toe
I
in the
have 2
back.
toes, and then, but I have to be dead. You know, it doesn't work without.
Yes,
the
but you
head
did
being
die.
dead.
So does
Yeah,
that
but-
mean you're
Yeah, that is true. You
still
did
good
die.
luck? Or did it stop now that you're alive?
I don't want to perform that experiment. I like to keep my toes. If we're really desperate, we'll try something, but I'm talking like, where is I almost said umbrella. I'm talking like Versalin's in the room with us, and we're on the ground or something.
I shall experiment with your toes at a later time then.
Yeah, over my dead body.
If that is how
I
it
do
must
think
be.
that would be the case.
I
Look, all I
I-
know is no one is touching my toes.
I really think that my brother would think that I'm playing Gokag very well right now. He'd very appreciate the fucking stupor that we've become.
I hope he watches this back and he laughs at himself.
They talking about toes now.
All right. So now we have the three of you, or four of you, I guess. Are you guys going to be moving back towards the caravan now? Is there anything else you guys want to do before departure?
Were we not walking towards the caravan while this conversation was happening?
You were
this
you were walking
conversation
there,
was on the move.
but I was okay. I wasn't sure if you were walking there the whole time, or if you had stopped to
My
discuss.
Tonighties was so worried.
Yeah, because it could
Because
have been that you guys had paused in the middle of the
Yeah.
if you were
I
just
like
in the
the
middle
idea
of
that we
town
did pause
talking about
and
toes.
Aphrodite's just freaked out in the middle of us talking and it's like, wait, we're supposed to be going somewhere. What the fuck?
Stop talking about toes
Whoa.
in public.
The toe conversation can wait until after we get on the caravan.
A fraction of what it's like to be Augustius.
That's true.
Oh god, if Augustus were here. Why are you mongrels talking about toes?
I do declare that you are toe afflicted individuals.
You are the most degenerate, vile, filthy son of a bitch I have ever known, Sir Jason Delani.
Oh my god.
Sir Jason
You have brought dishonor on
Tolani.
yourself and your father Samuel. Indeed, I do say that this is downright fatherless behavior.
That does sound genuinely in the direction of Augustius for sure. That's something he would
do
say.
declare you are more vile and disgusting than even the decades molded fungus of an ogre's foot.
Oh Lord. Oh, so retarded.
So Benson, I've responded to what you said in there, and if you wanted to, I don't know if there's more to do with Ulrich before you wrap up. I think that covers the bulk of that. I'm not sure. You can tell me.
So Benson is going to follow that action up by casting protection from evil on him.
Okay.
And although that will only last 10 minutes, while the effect is active, he will go back into a prayer while holding Ulrich's hand between his own, and he will say, Lathander, your proud servant lays before you now in greatest need. Do not turn your eye from him. I beg you as your champion, if ever you are needed, it is now. And as I finish that, I will also expend my use of channel divinity.
Ah. Okay.
I'm going to leave it up to your interpretation as the DM. I'm not trying to use any specific ability. I'm just wasting it for the narrative effect.
Hell yeah, brother. It can't be a waste then, because it's epic.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, expending it. So as your divine energy floods through the chamber of Ulrich to aid him in his fight against this strange cursed affliction, it seems to heavily diminish the presence that you can detect of the wicked nature of this malady, and in doing so, invoking Lathandar with such passion and fervor seems to return even more color to the sort of pallor of Ulrich there. The tone of his skin seems to become a bit more healthy, seems to become less withered. And though he still does not yet wake, he breathes easier, seems to be closest to a full recovery that you've seen in some time. Certainly a day and night difference between how you found him and how you see him now.
Excellent. After this, Benson will be a bit relieved in the obvious change in his appearance, and he will take some time, maybe 30 minutes or so, to take out some of his parchment and just kind of write to Ulrich the things that he won't be able to say to him since he'll be on the road. And also touching on some of the things that he said while he was asleep. Once he's done, he will roll up that parchment, kind of tie it up, and he'll also take out his last minor healing potion, and he will tuck both of those items next to Ulrich so that he will have them when he wakes.
A very kind gesture from you. Very in character for Benson.
So just removed my last healing potion from my inventory. And I guess with that, if there's no response from anyone in the temple and no response from him, Benson will finally make his way back to the caravan.
We'll say that they had, unless you had instructed them otherwise, they had probably gave you privacy, but the clergy will nod their head to you in respect and in appreciation. They don't say anything, but you get the sense that they were able to detect the intensity of your prayers in some fashion, and so they're giving you perhaps more thanks than would normally be due of such a visit.
You know what? If I do see one of them on the way out, he will stop and he'll say to them, "Brother, I have detected a worrying affliction affecting our father. I am saddened that I cannot remain by his side until he recovers, but if there are any among us who are capable of reaching out to Lathandar's light, please have them visit our father. If it's once a day, once every few days, as long as it takes to ensure his recovery."
The clergyman nods gratefully and thanks you for all of your assistance in the matter. The young man says, "I truly hope and pray that he will make his recovery soon. Without him, I fear Sestan would be adrift, like a ship without a captain. Even though he holds no governmental position, it's clear that he is a spiritual hold front for the town."
All of society walks a path, brother. It is the father of the path that ensures we stay upon it, firm and confident.
He nods in deference.
Benson will place a firm hand on his shoulder with a bit of a solemn look, and then he will release him and continue on.
All right, so as you depart and make your way down, what is the rest of the party going to be doing for the short time before Benson arrives? You guys like
sitting underneath the shade,
mm.
looking for Benson. And when Benson arrives, he's gonna tell him that he missed all the toe talking.
Is that so, brother? So I take it you all fancy yourselves some feet now.
No one is touching my feet.
Do you think Augustius would enjoy Jason's idea of good luck?
Remind me what Jason's idea of good luck. Oh, it's the big toe. That's right. I don't think so. I think Augustius would think it's weird. He thinks a lot of things
Does
are weird, actually.
Augustus enjoy anything?
That's a good question. I believe he enjoys kobolds, and he enjoys his. Well, no, actually, he doesn't enjoy his god anymore. His god was kind of mean.
All right, so when you die, we'll give him your toes.
No, they're my toes. I'm gonna keep them, even when I die.
I wonder if that means
Right,
I'll
that's not
keep
gonna
my
be a
body after I am eaten.
I'm not sure how that works, actually.
Seems odd to take your toes, brother. How are you going to continue your path after death if you cannot walk?
Well, that's why I need my toes. How will I walk after I go to Jurgle's realm if I don't have my toes?
Perhaps, as you said, you merely need only dream of having toes.
Ah, see, that makes sense. I just dream of being whole, and then I'm whole. Ah, okay. Okay, it makes sense.
I bet Mithridates is really happy that he said some.
Indeed.
Assuming you're all not made in the flesh mountains. Are we ready to set off?
Mm,
Oh,
yeah, I think it's about time we set Toad a path.
give me just a moment, brothers. I need to have a word with the stable master.
Say he's up here. You want to go talk to him? He's
So are we going in the caravan?
if you guys are going to be loading up into the caravan, like the caravan's going with you on the trip. So if you guys are going to be loading in there versus going outside, like walking along it with or trotting along it with a horse or whatever, you know.
Jason will go into a caravan room or area and start reading his big book of druid lore.
Got it. Got it. What will Mithridates' action be? Is he going to hang out outside for a bit, or is he also going to retreat
He's
into?
just gonna, he's just gonna go into the caravan and relax.
Okay. Bree will also be doing that by the time y'all are here. Maybe in the one towards the back, most towards the back. And Fizz, you and Gokag are probably also going to be suiting up for a restful travel.
Right.
Gokag will be barely fitting inside the caravan, meant for more human-heighted people. So, while he prepares an area to be somewhat comfortable and sort of like takes out some of his supplies and stuff, what are you planning on doing? Anything in particular? Are you just kind of bunking with him, so to speak, for the trip?
Yeah, I'll probably stick with Gokag. Fizz. I don't think he has much to do, fortunately. So I'll probably just end up annoying the rest of the group.
Good. that counts. That's the thing. Okay. So with that, Benson, you approach the stable master as he's sort of like hemming and hawing about certain, horse selections, steed selections for your escort, and he turns around and says, "Hello there, Brother Benson. I was just deciding which horses to send with you. What can I do for you?"
Greetings, brother. I am grateful for your careful selection. In truth, I came to you because I have a question. I was informed earlier that we had a visitor to Sestan, a female in blue armor. I don't suppose you had much interaction with her.
No, but she did purchase a steed and said it would likely be a permanent endeavor. Of course, in that case, we do offer, at a steep cost increase no less, a permanent purchase. Conditional on that, if she does return with the horse, we will give some of that money back. But it didn't seem like she would be returning, in truth.
Well, brother, I must admit that I have lost one of my own on my journeys recently, and I put out some information in the marketplace, hoping that someone would follow up, and it seems that she was the one who claimed the poster. I was hoping to catch up with her. I don't suppose you got wind of where she was going.
I only know that she went south, and that she intended to go... Well, judging by her description of the place, it was supposed to be a bit hilly, but not mountainous. So, I don't know that that assists you in your personal quest, but I would surmise she's going a bit further south than Sestan. She'll probably need to cross the South Bridge, and perhaps she means to go towards the Eno Lake or some of the other more hilly regions. She didn't seem too bothered by the horse, though, so it couldn't have been too bad as far as terrain is concerned.
Well, brother, I don't suppose you sold her a slow horse.
Ha! For the price she paid, I made sure it was one of my best.
Well, then, Lathandar, guide my path. I hope only that I catch up to her.
Aye, if she has something important of yours, then I certainly hope you catch her tail.
Indeed, she has my brother. And I would be lost without my brother.
I feel terribly to have aided her in such a escapade. With any luck, you'll come upon her.
That's in Malad. Thank you. I shall be off now.
Till next time.
We will rejoin with the group.
All right, so Jason is reading, Mithridates is relaxing, Gokag and Fizz are probably having a silly conversation, and Bree is cleaning equipment. Actually, we'll probably say that Bree is in prayer, but yeah. That's how fighters pray, is they clean their equipment, but Bree is not a fighter. So, Benson, will you be planning on setting off? Any address to the crew beforehand?
Yeah, I guess he'll make a quick announcement and he'll say, brothers, we're on the lookout for a female in blue armor with elven ears. I put out some information regarding brother's disappearance, and she is the one who picked it up. If we see her along the way, let me know. so that we might intercept.
Another elf. Gokag frowns at this information. That's all he says.
I don't know anything about elves. Are they special?
Well, brother, I do not know if she is special, but she has my brother. And right now, that's all that matters.
Oh, yeah, I know. Brothers are very important to you.
I am. I was planning to ask Fizz if he had any news from Augustius, but I figure that's best saved for like an interlude next time.
Shit, we never left a note. Your message.
We did.
No, yeah, there
Oh,
was.
we did
Oh,
leave a
did-
message.
Yeah, Fizz did.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fizz went to the like essentially the edge of as close as they would let him get, and he gave them letters, and I described what was in it.
Okay.
Basically, just saying that we were going to leave, and I hope he was doing well, and that he would come see us.
Okay. Well, I'll assume we cover that real quick, and Vincent will say, "Good work, Fizz."
I'm glad to help, and hopefully we'll see Augustius again soon. And I hope he's okay.
He'll come around eventually.
He's a good guy when he's not very angry.
We'll have to hope that he gives us an opportunity to give him fewer reasons to be angry.
I agree. I think we'll all get along a lot better once we've gotten used to each other.
If there are no other discussion points from the party, Benson will go to man the front seat of the caravan, and he will gesture for Bree to join him.
No, okay. Well, Bree will finish her prayer and follow you out to the front seat, and I suppose then it'll be just about time to set off. Unless there's anything else that the party wants to do beforehand. Sounds like we are good to go. I know that it is very late for most of us, so I appreciate that y'all have stayed this long. With any luck, the session felt like it was a good stopping point, good way for you guys to get on to the next thing, and there was also some pretty good character growth here, and also toes.
What'd you say, baby?
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a good bottle episode.
Yeah, because you were down in a fucking bottle, at the bottom of a bottle.
Yeah, that whole spiel was very fun.
It seemed like there's probably a better word than wallowing in it. You guys were very in character. I'll say that much. It was almost to the point where it got I mean, it was all together, so it was fine. But I was thinking a lot about recently how, like, I'm trying to consider the angle of what would fly in an actual treatment for a script for a movie or a TV show or something. Not because that's my new yardstick. I know that that's not the greatest measurement, but I'm thinking about it as an angle of perspective. And, like, it would be considered very gratuitous to have some of the conversations that were had in this episode, in this session. And that's fine, as long as the party's having good. Oh, wait,
Put
what?
the toe conversation and make it a short on YouTube.
Ah, yes. That's a good one.
That would make a good short, I think.
Yeah, we should start doing stuff like that, actually. It's just grabbing very specific highlights, like tight highlights, and throwing them up there.
You know what?
Or Jason being forced to be sober.
Yeah.
Always forced to be sober.
Not the first time.
They're afraid to let a man run free.
I forgot to ask, but when I used Divine Sense on Ulrich, did I get any particular sensation from his affliction? Like Fae, Fiend, Undead?
There was something necrotic about it, so it does seem like it might have been a necromantic sort of origin, but beyond that, you cannot say.
Gotcha.
Alrighty. Well, lads, thanks for hanging. I know it's not our normal time or day, so I appreciate it. And my vacation starts in about a week, so for the donor session, hopefully we can do that on Friday. I know that Shambler can't quite make it to the same length of time if we have to do this start time on Friday. So I'll try to move stuff around, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. And yeah.
Okay.
GG.